That's not even a word.
Hi, everybody. I hope you're doing well. We are in a mood today. We are high energy and loving life, and I hope you are too. Hi. It's Tuesday, best day of the week? No, but it is now because you have us here to tell a story with you. This is Blood and Lyrium. We are on episode 5. Paint the town red. It's not ominous in the slightest. I promise. We're just going to be partying and having a good, fun time. Um. So yeah, I hope you're doing great. Before we introduce the story, I'm going to read out my little disclaimer just so people are aware, if in case anyone hasn't been new and know what the Dragon Age themes are about. Um, it is a setting that has some dark and difficult themes, not only some grisly horror, but also in its political and cultural tensions. There are power imbalances throughout the lands of Thedas, and we may on occasion touch on those in our story. We already have in our 4 previous episodes. Rest assured, we will be as respectful and considerate as possible when we do, and we have discussed our lines and veils prior to today's sessions. We can check in with each other, but we want you to also be mindful of your own comfort levels too. As important as these stories are to voice, your happiness and comfort should be paramount, and as such, we would never judge if you need to step away. That being said, let's get ready to tell a wonderful Dragon Age story. I'm going to let these guys introduce who they are and who they are playing. First, I will start with myself. However, I am Emma, or Hamily on the internet. I use she, they pronouns, and I am the storyteller for this fine game. Can my players now introduce who are you?
I am Emily. I talk like this. I don't. My name's Emily. I use she, they pronouns. I'm playing Kana, the dwarven blacksmith and now level 2 warrior, who uses she, her pronouns. And she is doing totally fine and definitely processing everything that's happening and not trying to ignore it and pretend everything's fine.
Hi everyone, my name is Satan or Alyssa Vamp on the interwebs. I use she or any pronoun, and today I will be playing Feylen, our little mage elf boy. He uses he, him, and he's definitely not a nervous wreck right now. Anyway.
Hello, I am Jill, currently not under my desk right now, trying to fix my tech issues. I will be playing Beverly, who uses she, her pronouns. I use she, they pronouns, and I'm so scattered today. It's great. It's great. Hopefully we'll get some fun stuff in the city.
Hello everyone, I am Torn or Torn Talks Creativity. My pronouns are she, they. I am playing Oriana, pronoun she, her, the human rogue that might slowly be morphing into a cockroach, we're not sure. And you know what? She's doing okay. She's doing okay. She might run away a little bit, she might come back. It's fine.
Hello everyone, I am Sakaya or Sakaya. I go by she, her pronouns. I am playing Iranan, who also goes by she, her pronouns, and I am a level 2 lover. And she's fine. She's definitely fine. She ain't gonna tell you otherwise.
Yeah, we're all doing great today. Okay. You know what? You're all wonderful, and that's what counts. Last session, we started with some mother and son bonding between Kana and Feylen over rocks. A heart-to-heart is had between Bev and Iranan, and Oriana remains ever vigilant and looking for possible quick exits should the need arise. Nighttime fell, and the sleep is welcome by many, but does not come too easily for most. As morning starts to break, Feylen notices a group of 4 people moving with some haste and apparent exhaustion. These travelers turn out to be villagers from Lothering, one of whom is Enid the barmaid. Enid! The group have been running since Lothering was attacked, and they had a recent trauma when they came across a bloody scene of some dead darkspawn. I don't know who could have done that. Food is shared, stories are told, and our group allowed these tired travelers to lighten their load a little. It does not take long before they are encouraged to move again to make progress towards Southreach. The newcomers are tired after traveling all day and then traveling again through the night, but they understand the need for safety. After some time on the roads, the group eventually reaches the walls of the town of Southreach. Guards have warned that although they are welcome as travelers, it is no easy feat to find a place to stay, as the inns are packed out with others who are fleeing from the horrors to the south. Deciding to rest outside the town walls before venturing into town the following day, I would like to go around the table and see what that night of rest has been like for each of you. We can do it in the order that we did our intros. Just let me know what your night has been like, if anything was playing on your mind, if you did anything. What was that night camped out beside the town wall like for you, Kana?
Well, Kana, as I alluded to earlier, is definitely actively processing things and not, shall we say, hiding in a bottle that she bought from town. Yeah, she definitely went before we went to bed. Definitely went and bought. I want to say 2 cheap bottles of whiskey because she's not 100% sure the first one's gonna last very long. And some hard candies as well to share with the group. Yeah, I think Kana has just been by the fire, sipping at the whiskey, maybe trying to get some folks involved in a drinking game to not be drinking alone because it's less depressing when you're not drinking by yourself. And yeah, she's doing so good.
So good. I'm just so amazing and wonderful right now, guys. When you did manage to get some rest, what was that like for you? Did you drink yourself into a point in which sleep just came?
Yeah.
You slept heavily?
Absolutely. Yeah, definitely a heavy dreamless sleep. Probably passed out just like sitting like in front of the fire, like it's just like asleep like this.
Incredible. All right. Feylen, what was that night like for you?
Phelan was having a bit of a restless night. So he kind of just took residence up sitting by the wall against it, like a little bit off of where everyone was camping. Just watching not only their party members but also like anybody else that was camping out, people watching. They had been maybe whittling a little bit, just random objects and just humming to themselves, or whisper singing a song to kind of calm himself down, because he is very anxious and nervous about going into Southreach. Lothering has been the biggest city he's ever been in. This is his first time meeting city elves. He doesn't really know much of what an Alienage is, but he wants to go despite the anxiety because he has been quite lonely in Lothering. While there's people around, there's a difference between just having general people around and people that are like you.
What was your night of sleep like?
Probably restless. He may have dozed off a little bit now and then, but it was kind of like that in and out, kind of conscious sleep.
Okay. Beverly.
Hi, hello.
Mm-hmm.
I bet you didn't see this coming. Beverly is drinking with Kana. Absolutely.
Hey.
Gasp.
Shock Pikachu.
Definitely trying to, relax through the stress of what we've just been through and what could possibly be coming. It's great. It's great. Genuinely, I think she does like end up having a pretty good time. Just hanging out, having some levity. There's gonna be that like anxiety in the back of her head, but when you drink, that kind of goes away a little bit. So probably comes back as she's sleeping, or like just at night as she's sobering up a bit. So there may be a couple of times that she wakes up throughout the night, but mostly that like post alcohol like dead sleep for the first half of the night.
Yeah. Okay. You know what? You can't pay attention to the things that were worrying you if you're so focused on the regrets of having a really bad hangover the following morning.
Both of you assume she has a hangover.
You know what? You're
All of you
right.
assume she regrets it.
Yeah. Very true. I will redact that statement. Okay. Oriana.
I think Oriana doesn't like try to go away or anything because she's been called a flight risk. No, she's probably by one of the carts, opting to sleep underneath it. But before she goes to sleep, there's definitely a nervous energy to her that she tries to make sure to not have during the day when she needs to be, you know, fed on a swivel. And she has a long necklace from her mom and has a bunch of feathers that she's just, you know, running her fingers through. And I think she's quietly just saying canticles of the chant of light to herself. And just Threnodies is her favorite, so I think she's just saying it over and over again and looking at stars. And eventually we'll, you know, like you just, you know, pill bugs roll into a ball.
Yeah. Yeah.
She kind of just rolls into a ball with her head up and just
You
goes
do that.
underneath the cart.
I was gonna say a cat thing, but you know what? Pillbug is entertaining.
Yep.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
curling into a
little ball and,
yeah.
you know, like lean back, roll over. So, yeah, that's what she does.
Like, picture it well. Okay, little pillbug. And Iranen.
After tagging along as part of the threesome to the liquor store trip, she would have, if possible, in Southreach, gone to get a bath. Or like,
would have been tough at that time of night because you didn't have a room. That's something
true.
you can try and seek out tomorrow. So there's probably a stream nearby. In fact, there is.
I mean,
right next to the river. So, but
Yeah.
a bath might be a little hard to come by, given that the place is pretty packed out right now.
it wouldn't need to be a bath, but definitely
Yeah.
like wash the dust of the road. Also
Clean
take a
Mhm.
soak to the stream and do that. But then she probably spends the evening drinking, but dancing. She is the entertainment because we haven't had much fun on the road. This is the first sort of safe time to do that. So she probably drinks a little bit until she's in that kind of happy state, and then gets her drum, and it's kind of like a around the fire kind of dance, barefoot in dust. And what she's doing is essentially entertaining the others, but getting more and more immersed, so that as the night goes on, she's just like returning home,
Yeah.
and she can see her family and her friends, and she sort of disappears into her past for a while and just dances it all out. So she looks happy to everyone else, but is like expunging everything.
Yeah. Can you roll me a performance roll? Do you have performance?
Let's find out.
If not, it's in communication.
No, I have seduction, but I can roll communication.
Yeah. I don't think we're necessarily here to seduce
No.
everybody.
That is not happening. But
That's a very
holy
good roll.
hell, 21 with 6 stunt points. Yeah,
so-
she drunk.
Yeah, but it's very good, and regardless of what you fellow players feel that your character is taking away from this, there is something, whether it's inspirational or it is just entertaining, if it's comforting, whatever that feeling is within you as you watch the dance, I'm going to give everyone a +1 on something of your choice this session. Whatever you choose. Just tuck it away in your little pocket.
Do we just get bardic inspiration?
Kind of.
Are you dancing 7% sexier?
2 to 7%.
You know what?
I'm
7%
dancing
sexier.
7%. Yeah.
That's a joke for 4 of us in this.
I'm so sorry.
It's
And
alright.
the joke is at the one that's just walked away. No.
Yeah. But-
Can I colour it just a slight bit more then on the back of that, because one of
Sure.
the things about her is that I basically just want to like put into that dance what she does to them, or with them and for them, like on the journey, and that as she's sort of dancing around the fire, like the dance changes slightly when she goes near to each one of them, like, and adapts to their sort of like personal tastes, and
Mm-hmm.
so that's maybe why it's inspirational in that way.
Yeah, maybe. But yes. Does Bardic Inspiration operate in this game system? No. Am I gonna do it anyway? Fuck yeah, this is my game. My rules. So yes.
Can I say that Bev absolutely dances with her, and at least for
Sure.
a little bit?
Yeah.
Can I? Yeah, same.
Drunk
I was
party
actually gonna
girls.
say
No.
Oriana sings a little bit.
Oh.
Not much,
Ooh.
but just a little bit. Yeah.
Okay.
Phelan's just watching.
Mood.
And then-
Honestly.
He's like
Phelan's
slightly
on board.
away from the camp, just like watching everything go down.
Yeah.
Little
Feeling
smile
is
on
me
his
when I'm
face.
not drinking at a social event.
Yeah, just sitting
I
there
feel
being
like-
like, those people have a lot of confidence, huh?
There would have been
Like,
that
wow,
one
that's
bit where I like tried to
amazing.
pull you up, but I wouldn't have pushed it.
No. Poor little bean. Okay. Well, eventually the night will take you. You are able to take your rest. The morning will come, and you can hear from the other side of this wall that the town of Southreach is awake. And busy, and certain professions are such that, you know, they're up really early, even earlier than some of you might be after a decent length of time on the road, and also having had some revelry the night before. But you are free to enter into the town proper, and it looks different from what it did last night. There's more movement, more life going on. Last night, there were still people around, given how packed it is with people who are fleeing the south. Just extra bodies trying to find a space, trying to find safety, or just a port to stop off at before carrying on their journey. There's a bit more of the general day-to-day life of the village going on. People carrying packages, somebody with their own little cart that is clearly delivering some goods. You can hear the hammering of metal in the smithy within this town. You can hear the sounds of horses and animals, and it's quite a busy place. It feels different in a way than Lothering just before you left, but it sounds similar enough that for some of you it may cause you to feel a certain feeling. And for those of you who have never been here before, which I think is only one of you, or at least ever having been to a place this size, it's much bigger than Lothering. Lothering is a little village, and Southreach is a town proper. It's not a city, but it's close enough for someone who's never seen something this size. So you have options about how you approach this. You can all do the let's stick together, strike the numbers. What do we need to achieve while we're in here? You can branch off if there's specific things that some of you need to go and achieve and just have an agreed meeting spot. It's up to you if you want to try and find a means to maybe seek a proper bed for the night for you guys now that you can see things a little better. Hopefully some people may have moved on and you get to take their place. So, what are the plans? Given that we've just woken up and you guys are currently together as you approach the gate of the town itself, I will let you, in character, have a little scene discussing what you plan on doing with your day.
I know that I want to go find where my family is, so I was going to look where, people might be, like inns and stuff, and while I'm there, maybe I can take a look and see if we can get proper lodging.
If you do that, Phelan, I don't think you should go with her.
Oh, I wasn't going to.
Yeah, just let me put it this way. I have some other things I want to do. If you want to come with me, you can.
Yeah. I like, yeah. I'd like to eventually go to the Alienage. I don't know if it's like an elf only thing. I don't know how it works. But
Never been.
There's no alienage in Lothering, so I don't know.
We'll see. And he'll kind of put on his hood, his cloak, put on the hood, kind of like the little hair that's over one of his eyes. He's just kind of like make sure it's like precisely over his eye.
I will say that Iranan is probably the best equipped with the knowledge about how it works. Although you're not necessarily a city dweller, Iranan, you spend enough time in cities to have an awareness and also an affinity with the people, the elves. And alienages are typically walled off areas, mostly found in cities, but some of the larger towns will have one as well. And the walls, to many, will believe that it is a way of keeping, the elves in one place. It's essentially like slum conditions, but in many ways, in any elves that you've spoken to, and a lot of your contacts when you travel are from this community, they see those walls also as a protection for them. Within those walls, they feel a little safer from the people who are on the other side of it. So it is not that humans cannot go there. Most humans will choose not to, which means that if you go there, you may look a little out of place. But depending on who you speak to, they will either welcome a kind word from a stranger, or maybe look a little suspicious as to why you were there, in case it is something nefarious. But you've always felt quite welcome.
And have a huge amount of experience of spending time amongst the Alienage, but I do and have visited, and I'm happy to take you. I can go with you, Phelan, Oriana, if you.
I was actually gonna say, did Oriana communicate any of that to us about the human part?
I can do.
Okay, thank you. Just a little bit, please. I think Oriana, just hearing that, well, I think we can all agree I'm a little suspicious regardless, so maybe I shouldn't, but...
What?
Puts up hood further. But I do kind of want to see, information that comes to the town, so I can do that too. There's job boards and, general feeling in the chaos.
If we're going to be splitting up, then we should have a place that we can meet again.
Yeah.
It's going to be hard to find each other in a city this busy.
Should we just meet up out here, or are we afraid they'll close the gates?
Are we keen on getting a room, or do we want to stay camped outside?
I would like a bed.
Then
Yeah,
we
I'm
could
back.
secure a room first, and then we'll know where to meet. If we were going to do that first, and then head our separate ways.
Sure.
Okay.
I worry it might be hard to find a place to stable Jessica's, and most
I mean, I
places
can
here
stay-
will allow a Mabari in, but it's the mules that I'm worried about.
I can stay with Jessica's.
You're not going to stay in a stable.
Please, like, she's
Oriana.
vastly uncomfortable with the idea of being in a inn. Okay. I more meant if they have to stay out here or something.
We'll discuss that if we need to.
You can hear kind of like.
And I give you I like to touch your arm, Oriana, and give you that kind of like don't worry, I'll try and intercede.
I mean, you could, Ariana, you could join Erna and I at the Alienage. That way we don't split off too much.
Well, Kenna, where are you going?
Well, I guess I'll stick with Bev so she's not alone. Yeah,
it
I
would be
just
my first time in the city if you need to go do something, but I appreciate the company.
well.
I,
Oh no, the real reason I wanted to stay with you. I mean, but I could. I want to keep an eye on the news in town myself. Want to get a sense of, how many Lotherings there are and where they are. You know what I mean?
then maybe
So-
you two can, Oriana and Kana.
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I could just keep an eye out for you if you're willing to disclose the kind of information you're looking for. I could help keep an eye out for it, and if not, you can do you. No pressure.
No, it's fine. Let's go.
If you could also ask about my family. I mean, you know them.
Yeah, Bev, I was gonna ask about your family.
Yeah, and your friend Phelan.
Yeah,
Oh, sure. What's
Edward.
his name again?
Edward,
Yeah.
I'd like
Edward.
to know too.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Anyone else we can ask about?
I'm sure there's so many. I think sticking to a small list right now is probably for the best.
Okay.
Okay, where should we meet then if anything happens?
Oh,
Maybe we can pick a tavern or an inn.
Is there like a landmark nearby the gate that we just entered that not necessarily like a landmark, but something that's easily identifiable?
Mhm.
Statue.
Yeah, I would say as you enter, not so much a statue. I would say that there is one of the boards that you were talking about is not terribly far in.
sorry, it was me.
It's a little harder here because it's a very hustly bustly type place, and there's the stables, and there's a couple of the places where you would try to find a room if you could, although they are looking pretty busy. But you would know, Beverly, that just towards the center there is a main market square. There is a well that is there. There's the chantry that is there, and the chanter's board is there as well, which then branches off to a road that would take you up to the main keep. So there's a few options depending on what you fancy.
How about we meet at the well by the market square?
Well, that sounds fine.
Should we meet there at a certain point in the day, or
How about
Probably-
high noon?
I knew. I was about to say, and then I realised I'd be doing it in your voice.
I got you.
It's high noon.
You certainly could meet at high noon.
I was going to suggest either just after the sun is the highest, which would be noon, high noon, or right before it gets dark,
Yeah.
depending on how long we think we're going to be.
I think it'd be good to check in the middle of the day and get a better sense of what plans are achievable and whatnot.
Okay.
Make sure we're not all dead.
Yeah. Make sure Bev hasn't gotten into any fist fights without us to keep an eye on her.
I'm sure I can handle myself if it does come to that.
I'm not worried
She
about
has
you
whiskey.
in those fights.
Like most of the guys here, at least if they're local, they know to behave.
We all heard about that Bev from Lothering. So how are we branching off? Because there was a few suggested pairings and what have you. What is the official call? Who's going where?
think Kana and myself are going to look at job boards, any gossip in town, see specific people are there, and I specifically want to look to the Chantrier's board as well, if possible.
And then Phelan and Aaron are going to the Alienage, and I believe Bev is going out to find a place to stay.
And her
I'll
family.
be going from taverns and
family.
inns and stuff.
Makes sense. Okay. Where do I go to first? Let's go Alienage first. Iranin, I don't know if you've necessarily been to this one specifically. It's up to you if you think you'd have spent time in Southreach. But you know how Alienages work in general. So you would be able to go up. They are definitely gated, and there are guards that are in front of it. They will look to you with a little frown, but then see Phelan. Now you've got your hood up, so they are gonna kind of like tilt their head to see.
Oh, he'll take his hood down because there's no point here.
Mm-hmm. It's a bit busy in there.
Busy everywhere.
Okay.
You from here? He kind of looks to you, Phelan.
No, I'm just visiting.
No. Looks over at the other guard and will step out of the way and let you guys in. You're not sure if they're here to guard people from going in or if the guards are here to stop people coming out. Who knows? But they will open up those gates, and when you enter, it's a bit of an assault on the senses, I would say, especially for Phelan. This is technically, I guess they call them wards.
One second, sorry. I went to see them.
The headset, yeah.
Yeah, continue. I can hear you now.
You're here now. Hi.
Phelan's reaction to the
Yeah,
word.
he's just glitches out a little. So they are quite squalid. It is not like anything you've seen before, Phelan, because these buildings are all compact and then stacked on top of each other. Some of these are like nearly 4 high, which is not something you have seen before. You know, like apartment buildings are not coming anywhere. So these buildings are kind of stacked up. Everything looks like it has been maybe made, damaged, or repaired. They've put things together and built out the best they can without it necessarily being brick buildings. There's a lot of wood involved here. There is just clothes lines everywhere that has got clothes drying. The ground is not necessarily like a paved pathway. It's more like mud, and perhaps just that morning dewiness has got it feeling just a little squishy underfoot. The smells are interesting. Some are definitely not pleasant. A couple of them are pleasant. Whether it's just that smell of like flesh laundry. Paint the town red, y'all.
That's not how Bev used to do it.
Wait till I tell Bev about this.
Fresh laundry. I can speak. Those were hard words.
Can we call bathing flesh laundry?
Flesh laundry? Yeah, absolutely. I need to go launder my flesh. So there's a bit of that. There's some food being cooked. You can see a couple of kids like kind of running across your path who are playing. And it's busy. It's definitely busy here. There are small clusters of people who are sitting around talking. There's definitely a few eyes on you guys. Just an unusual pair to be coming in, and you're an elf, so it's not that they're finding that unusual, but you're not one that they know. And typically in a community like this, especially because although this is an Alienage and it feels tightly packed, this is still, like I say, it's a town rather than a city, so it's not a huge Alienage. So they do know everybody in their community.
Odd one out. I love it. Phelan loves it.
Just
It's
a little.
great.
You don't, although you feel eyes, and you don't feel like it's judgmental stares or like whispers or anything like that. It's just a curiosity that it's somebody they've not seen before. It's up to you how you want to read that. Iranan, you would know that there's a couple avenues into gathering some information if you want. There is often a building, and you can see one that you reckon this is what it is because you can hear quite a decent amount of noise, not like super busy raucous or anything like that, but the talking of multiple voices, in that they don't necessarily have like taverns or like a pub in any way, but it's a sort of common area that you can go to get food. You can have drinks, you can socialize with each other. It's like a little communal space. And you reckon if you're going to try and get any kind of information, that is probably a pretty solid option. Or you can just start to talk to people. Depends on the sort of demographic you're looking for. So knowing what you are seeing, hearing, feeling, you two are now wandering through. What's the plan of attack, you guys?
It's weird because even though the Alienage is just a place for elves, Feylen doesn't know what he's doing, so he kind of just looks to Aranon.
Yeah, I feel like Iranan is with
Aranon, sorry.
To the stairs and things. She, I wouldn't say like is used to this, but well, I mean she is used to being stared at for her chastened heritage as well as other reasons.
Yeah.
But she is not unfriendly. She makes eye contact with people, but not in a, sort of confronting kind of way. Smiles. Doesn't look like she doesn't want to make it look like she completely belongs here, but she doesn't want to look out of place either. And she
avoids like
Yeah, but I'm talking to you all the time. I'm basically trying to just sort of like keep you focused, and I'm just pointing out like without being like making you seem like a tourist, just kind of like noting interesting things, and I'm gradually taking Phelan towards one of these communal areas.
As you're going there, you maybe see something that you're thinking, I know something that I can latch this poor wee thing onto. Within the center of an alienage, there is a Venedal, which is a tree of the people. They're usually oak trees, can be others. This one is in fact oak. Big old thing, and it is painted on the bottom with however high people can reach, with some elven designs. It's maybe not full like Dalish designs necessarily, but it's definitely of the people. And there are small boxes and little bowls with some incense in it and offerings, and some of the lower hanging branches have ribbon tied to it. And there's a few people who are just congregating around it and talking. And you know, and there's something about the tree and just the way that it's the focal point for the people here that for you, Iran, there's tug. It's never been something you've really been able to easily explain because your people are the chastened, and yet when you're around spaces like this, there's just something about it that seems to tug at your heartstrings a little more than other types of settlements. And you can inform Phelan about this. It's especially a comfort for people who have come from the Dalish who wind up in an alienage, and this is a little tie to their world, their culture.
Yeah, the Chastened have a lot of animal spirits, and kind of focus a lot of their spirituality in that direction, but they live in and among the trees, and a lot of their worship is within like natural churches and cathedrals, or whatever you want to call them, these groves. So trees are a really, really important part. And I think if I know that I'm leading Phelan in that direction, I'll have just been chatting about, I would have like popped something there, that I could have started a conversation about the trees, and I would have spoken about ones that meant a lot to me when I was younger, and then we'll arrive at this place. What did you say it was again? The Venedal. The Venadal.
Ben
yes.
Benadal.
And I'll just let sort of Phelan take it in as we approach.
And you said it had offerings on it.
Yeah, there are offerings, both little things tied to the tree that seem like they're not going to harm the tree. There are small little boxes that maybe have something. There's like it's looking well loved. There is a well loved little bear that is like sat atop a box. It seems like it's been wedged in, and two of the parts of the root system at the bottom of this tree have started to extend. So it's clearly been sitting there a while, and it's almost like it's nestling and just holding onto the bear in a way. And there's various painted designs along the wood itself, and then incense. So there's clearly, this is a space where when people feel that they are of the faith for the elven gods, they will come and leave offerings here.
Would it be disrespectful for someone not of the elves to leave something?
I wouldn't say so. Uncommon, absolutely. Disrespectful, no.
So I think there's a crossover affinity, and I think as a way to show Phelan what, and how people treat the Venadal, I would, rather than explain it with words, I'll just sort of like show by example. So
Yeah.
she just takes one of the feathers out of her hair, says a quick little blessing, and goes to tie it on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think you'll see that Phelan kind of was already reaching into his little robe, and he pulls out a little whittling that he was doing last night.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very rough. It's not detailed at all, but it is. At first, it looks like some sort of deer, but the horns, instead of kind of branching out, they intertwine together, and it's a little whittle of a challah.
Hello.
And as she's walking, he's also walking alongside, and he kind of finds a little small root to kind of nestle the challah into, and says a little like blessing in Elvish for the tree. Yeah, spend some time admiring the decorations on it before kind of just looking around to other people.
Absolutely.
I give the bear a little scritchy.
Yeah. Okay. Very nice. So you're able to head towards this communal area now that you've spent a little bit of time here. There's a few people, and some who are maybe sitting, just congregating around this tree, having a conversation. Will look up at the pair of you as you do it, and seeing the two of you, both of you, paying your respects. You get a little nod from one of the elves. They seem happy enough with you doing your offering as well, Ranan. So, as you head towards this space, again, you can hear the voices. It's not too loud. It's still morning time, but there are people here who are congregating, conversations that are being had, and one voice sounds particularly expressive. You will find out who that expressive person is in a moment. We're gonna hop scenes. Okay. Beverly, where are you going first?
Sorry, I was lost in tabs. I'm going to start. I'm not going to start at any of the taverns or inns right next to a gate. I want to go further into the city, thinking that people probably are going to be piled into the ones just inside the city gates, and then work my way out.
Okay.
So I'm going to start at the center of the city.
And what is it you are looking for specifically with this search?
I want to see if there is a place for us to stay, like a room.
Okay.
My secondary objective is to people watch or listen for familiar voices just to see if I can get information on my parents, my brother, and his wife and child, or anyone that's familiar to us.
Okay. That's fine. Can you roll me a perception roll? I will allow a focus that you feel may help you in seeking out a place. Searching and investigating is the most
I'm guessing
sensible
drinking
one,
is
but-
not going to help, but
No. No, I don't think drinking will help you in this particular instance. Other things, absolutely.
yeah, I can roll perception. I only get a
Okay.
1 for this though.
That's okay. That's a good roll.
I get 6 step points.
You sure do. So you know a couple of these places. You know that there is one in particular that you're thinking might be a good solid shot because it's not an obvious one. It is it's relatively small as the inns go, but and it's got swallowed up almost comically by two businesses either side of it that sort of build extensions out and were presenting themselves for travelers because this is a very well traveled road from Denerim all the way down to Redcliffe. This is heavy footfall comes through Southreach even if you're not coming to Southreach specifically. And these two businesses sort of like cropped up and seemed to draw a lot of the travelers into it. And there's this one small place that's sort of like nestled in, and anyone who's ever either lives in or has been near like really old cities, when you get these buildings that are clearly older than the stuff around it, and it's like it's just been swallowed up by time. There is an older woman who works there, and she has a daughter who does a lot of the business now because the older woman definitely has that. A lot of her senses are going, so you'll try. She'll be doing her best, and then you're trying to ask her what you're wanting, and she's what oh, you're like
that's not going to end well with Bev. They're just both going to be like, what? Huh?
Yeah. Her vision's going a little bit, so sometimes she might see you and think you're her daughter and like start talking to you like her. But I would like to think that anytime you've been here, this is perhaps a place that you stumbled on by accident, but you know that there's a pretty strong likelihood that this may have been missed. And sure enough, when you go in, you find yourself a room. I will share. So the daughter is there. You can see the older woman. She's called Carol. The older woman, and she's just sort of like sat by her fireplace speaking to a couple people, mostly speaking at them, and they're just listening along and drinking, keeping her entertained. And her daughter, which I will just share an image for you guys. I guess you can kind of see why you sometimes will walk in here and they'll be like, oh yeah, you're my, where's my
It's a vague resemblance.
a little bit. She's called Shannon.
Carol and Shannon, got it.
Carol and Shannon. There's Shannon. And she is up kind of at the counter and will smile with you. There's a bit of recognition because, she has been also amused by the fact that you will repeatedly get mistaken. Like she's sometimes like near to you, and the mom starts talking to you instead, and she's like, you know what, it's fine. Maybe you can do it. But we'll welcome you. And it seems that you are going to have a space for you guys to stay. It's 2 rooms, so you can kind of either choose to all stay in the one room if you really wanted. It'd be a bit type of squeeze, but it could, there's comfort in that. Or split yourselves over the 2 rooms.
Okay.
There's a couple of beds in each, but you can always roll things out. Like they have like small cot things that people can use if they have slightly off the designated number of the rooms.
Okay.
So,
And place for the Jessicas as well?
Jessica's is a little harder with this place, so you might have to go to one of the stables, but she gives you... You know what? Sure. I'm making this up in my head, but it's entertaining. She will regularly go to one of the other taverns, have a drink. One of the guys there keeps trying to hit on her, and she uses that opportunity to take some of these little token things that they have, where their customers get to stable their horses with the big fancy stick. Because it's the stable that's in the way that means that you can't see this place.
It's
so
like
really,
a parking permit.
yeah, that stable is like in the way of them getting business. So she's like, you owe me this much at least. So when people are staying here, she will give you a little token and be like, you can stable them next door. They won't question it.
I'll take it, give her a wink, and say, thank you, Shannon. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. How many are staying?
It'll be 5 of us in total, I believe.
Okay. Sure. Do you want a separate cot for the dog?
Oh, if you have one to spare. If not, then he's totally fine sleeping with me. He's a big cuddle bug.
No, we've got a couple spare.
He is quite large. It's difficult to sleep in a small bed or cot with him.
Yeah. I can see that. As warm as I'm sure he is, yeah. Not,
He likes
not
to
fun.
wedge himself between the wall and me and just push, and I'm slowly closer and closer to the edge of the bed as the night goes on.
And you just accept it because you love them so much. And it's like they're laying on my arm and I can't feel it anymore. But yeah, I know. Yeah, I have a husband, so
It'll be pretty much the same then, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we will see you later. You gonna want evening meals here?
Oh yes, that would be lovely. I would be so grateful if we could.
Of course. All right. Well, good to see you back in town. It's pretty hectic out there.
Yeah, it's been a while since I visited, but I wish
When
it was under better circumstances.
When was the last time?
Oh, probably a couple of years ago now. Maybe 2 at most.
Well, you've picked a heck of a time to come visit, and Maker only knows what we're gonna make of this.
Yeah, it's tough, but we'll get through it. Be sure to give your mother my love.
Yeah.
From her second daughter.
From her second daughter, yeah. She'll be so glad to have you here. Yeah. She's been getting on at me to like... You'll find out. I'm sure you will find out.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
Yep, I'll give her a wave and then
Yeah.
I guess go back out into the city itself.
You kind of you see her like look over and like do the squinty eye thing at you.
Wait.
Shannon, come here.
It's Beverly.
Come here. You're not pulling that on me again. You see Shannon being like, I don't know what you're talking about.
I'll go over and talk to her for a little bit, yeah.
It seems maybe Shannon occasionally where she doesn't want to deal with her mother. It's just like, I'm not... I'm Beverly.
I guess it's my turn to be Shannon today.
But you go over, she will talk at you and then does indeed start nagging at you that like there's a tea that she gets all the time and you haven't gotten it in, and I don't. You say that there's nothing there, and I don't believe you. Just like getting there early enough, and
I look at the other 2 people who she's been talking at this entire time with like a knowing look, and we all just do the smile and nod.
Yeah. They hold up their breakfast beers.
Yes, Carol, I understand. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. You're so right.
You're so right for that. But it's nice to be doing something that feels normal for a moment in the last few days that you've had. Okay. Let's go to our other team now. Kana, Oriana, we're going to find some boards, correct? There are only really 2 options in a place this size. You're welcome to kind of look around, but Oriana would have a bit of an idea. You get the Chanter's board, and then there's another job board that was closer to the edge of town. sometimes people will pick which one they're going to, depending on their own proclivities. There may be certain like different types of jobs you would see on each. You, yeah.
If
Um,
I'll say, if possible, would like to see both.
yes, you
Um,
certainly can take the time. It won't take
yeah.
too long because you just go and do you want to split up the labor of one goes to look at one goes to look at the other, or do you want to just take the time to do both?
Yeah, I would say take together. Yeah.
Okay. Just seeing the Carol Channing joke. Y'all. Okay. I would like searching rolls. There's a lot of things that you're going to see. There's stuff you're going to see regardless. But I would like a perception roll, either again, investigating or searching, preferably, of any smaller things, hidden things, old things.
I say I wish, but level 2. Alright.
Level 2. Level 2.
Oy.
Level 2. Ooh.
Can I magically add? Oh, hey, we got the same.
You
High five.
sure
Would a
do.
+1 do anything for me here? Okay.
Sadly, 11 is a basic pass in
Yeah.
the system. So yeah, what I will say is that for this kind of first board that you're looking at, which one would you say is your first board? The general job board at the edge of town or the chanter board?
I really wish I could say the Chanter's Burrows first, but I would definitely be lying based on how
Okay.
we got into this town.
Okay.
So
So-
unfortunately, the job board.
General job board. What becomes apparent is that this place is absolutely covered in missing persons posters. You can take a bit of time to look at them. None of them seem to be people that you recognize, and a lot of them, in terms of location, are either people who live to the south, but the vast majority are people who went to the south to serve and were in the armies.
Yeah.
They're just looking for some kind of information. You can even see there's a small, like, covered box that has, like, stacks of things so that people can start making new ones, basically. And you do indeed see somebody kind of going up and taking one out and start to, like, do their best estimation of a little sketchy thing and, like, a description of what they look like and a name, and they start writing it out and then put one wherever they can find space.
Selfishly, I'll be looking for a specific person. I think you know who I've talked about, or I can DM you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay,
You don't see much of anything. Like I say, that the vast majority of these appear to be soldiers. If you want, you could create your own, or take something with you to hand off to Bev to create her own about her parents, or, you know, like, there's the opportunity for not just looking for a poster for someone you recognize, but perhaps putting something up to seek information on the people that you are looking for. It's an option. But this first job is a bit of a bust.
Okay.
You
know, I'm going to take that as a good side. It just wasn't there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you go to the chanter one, so the chanter, for those who are not super familiar with our Dragon Age lore, chanter board is for the chantry, which is the church. As was mentioned, Oriana was muttering from the chant of light, which is the holy verse of this religion. And they have their own job board there. There is a chantry brother who is outside that seems to be doing the, generally reading from memory the verses of the chant of light. Blessed are the peacekeepers. Yep.
Real quick, on the way between the two, I just want to lean in to Oriana and be like, hey, just so you know, you're looking a little jumpy. If you need any kind of support, no questions asked. I don't want to know. I do, but I got you. Whatever you need.
The aside of I do, I think you actually get like an actual giggle from her, just like Thank you. I'll work on it. It's okay.
Sure.
Runs. No, I'm just kidding.
No, wait.
I'm working on my sprinting ability. No.
Pulls out a lasso.
Incredible.
Yeah, it's been nice traveling with y'all. I'm getting used to it.
Good. Nice having you.
Good.
That's all.
Yeah.
When you get here, you can see the board is up. There are multiple things posted here. Some of them actually look like legitimate job postings. Once again, I will allow the pair of you to roll. I'm imagining you're doing, are you like starting in the middle and the pair of you fanning out? Are you taking a side each and just doing the, you know, what's the approach here with many a thing to read?
Yeah, I see those nails. Probably in the middle and going out.
Okay. Alright.
Okay.
I'll get the
Please
bottom
be nice
row,
to
and
me.
you can get the top row.
That works. Okay, I got it. I'm assuming it's perception again.
It sure is.
So glad.
Be nice to me. Just be nice to me. I'm just not gonna look.
Okay. Look at you go.
Yay!
Lemon.
Finally!
Susan. If you want, you can throw your point in there just to make it.
I absolutely will. Give me that 12.
I will not.
Okay. I shall not. Very good. You get a little lost in the sauce of looking for things. Kana. There's a few things here. I mean, you can see again some more missing people notices. There's some old ones through the back that you can have a little bit of a nosy. And actually, what you're starting to notice is that there were notices here that clearly were of importance a little while ago that are just kind of getting covered now. And so things where people are looking for handy people, you know, anyone in need of this, take a ticket, or, you know, I need somebody to deal with this problem that's in my general things you would find on a job board are just kind of being left for just now.
Yeah.
And it seems that this crisis is kind of pulling to the forefront. There's a nice little job that you see that perhaps you're like, that seems like useful information to know, where they are, that's the chantry themselves have put out a notice looking for some good-willed people to go and deal with some bandits who are taking advantage of people on the roads. So like as people are traveling through here and like pass on from here, they are being accosted, it seems, just outside of town on the west road, which is the one that you're traveling on. And they're looking to have those dealt with. And it's a decent paying job. It's curious. You, Oriana, see a couple notices, one of which is a missing persons notice that has a face that is familiar to you. And it's kind of old. It seems to be older than these fresh ones that have been going up recently looking for soldiers and people who were traveling on the outskirts. And it's looking for any information, it seems, or if anyone has seen this person, and there's like a sketch, and it says answers to the name of artist.
I think Oriana will point out the one that, you know, like, you may not need it now, but if we do need coin, we could try to help with this one. Pointing to the bandit one. The moment Kana looks over, she's gonna just try to take it. That's a yoink, and put it, you know, like eat it. I don't know, put it somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, super stealthy. Yeah.
So stealthy. Yeah.
Yep.
I'll allow for that. Kana,
Okay.
do you feel you want to contest that with a roll, or are you happy letting that slide?
I want to contest it.
Shit.
Okay. So
I'm a
can
nosy
you do,
motherfucker.
Can you do a perception, and Oriana, can you do a stealth for
Yes,
me?
I have stealth. Okay.
We are equally skilled in these things.
Which is, oh fuck. Okay, I'm just. Yes. Okay. Sorry. I'm too excited.
All right, so the 14 does trump the 11. You're like, you know what? That's a good idea, actually, if we need some coin. And
Yeah.
you take that
If we can
bait.
take out some spawn, we can take out some bandits, sure.
Mm-hmm.
Might get us some favor with some people if we need it too. And specifically, I doubt that they would put this on a Chanter's board, but is there any feeling of like Templars? Let's, fan out, find anybody. You know what I mean? Like the
Yeah,
mage
no,
hunting type of idea.
you don't see anything on the Chanter's board to that effect. Again, like you say, it's not something that they would commonly put there. You do notice that, like, outside the Chantry, so like inside the little wall area. I mean, there's a very big open entranceway. It's not like they're walling it off, but it creates a little sanctuary. And you can see 2 Templars who are just posted up. It's not like they're guarding from people or doing anything offensive. It's just the Templars guard Chantries. It's kind of part of their.
Yeah.
When you're a rookie, you're getting them.
Yeah, you get to go
The
to
Chantry
Southridge.
duty. Yeah.
But yeah, it doesn't look like a huge, because that was kind of part of it. Just looking around, is it huge Templar presence? Does it seem like people are trying to steal stuff? Like, is the tension high?
I understand.
essentially? Yeah.
The only tension at the moment seems to be panic and finding lost loved ones. Is the vibe that you're getting.
Gotcha. Okay.
And these bandits. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to take the bandit one, or should we talk to everybody first?
Yeah.
Take
Yeah,
it?
I'll
Okay.
I mean, might as well grab it. We can always say no, but
Yeah. bring
worth
it back.
having. I think it might be worth checking in at the Chandri. Just, I kind of want to ask about the refugee status. See if there's a place where people are grouping. See if I can maybe find Bev's folks or.
Yeah, and see if Edard has come through or anything.
Mhm.
Or
Yeah,
word of.
yeah, other people too. Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, let's go.
sure.
As you guys kind of move past that, you have to pass the Chantry brother, who just like looks, acknowledges the fact that you were looking at the jobs that have been posted, and blessed are the peacekeepers.
Oh, okay. I
Champions
thought you were
of
about to
the
say, and he
just.
saw what
No.
you put in your pocket. Like, no.
No. He's just spouting his words at you, but you appreciate those words, so you know. Champions of the just. Okay. So you're able to slip off and maybe go and seek some information from the Chantry, which is a solid option for trying to gain some information in an official sense. We're gonna hop back over briefly to our Alienage crew.
Yeah.
Yeah. You are moving into the sort of communal area, and like I said, you can hear multiple voices, all of whom are Elven. There is a little crew who seem to be
Poor boy.
just here, just socializing, just eating, just chilling. You know, they're over there vibing. You can see that there are 2 elves who are. They have like traveler packs next to them that seems to have stuff. So whether they are people who are traveling through or they're packing up to leave, there's 2 of them, and they are sat next to this person who is Elven and is pretty well dressed for an elf. Not to say that they're dressed in like, you know, noble refinery that you would recognize,
But not
in
dirty
human
clothes.
sense. Not dirty. There is some silks. A couple of them have like little sort of like tassels of. It's not like actual gold, but it's gold colored fabric. A few layering going on. A nice haircut, short, dark brown. It's a male elf, who is talking to the 2 who are kind of packed up and are sitting, and is just kind of regaling with a story that he picked up when he was on the road. So you can grab yourself some food and drink if you feel like it. You could go with the people who are vibing, the 2 who appear to be packed up, or this rather extravagant young fellow.
What is the story? Can I hear the story that he's telling?
Do you want to ear hustle a little?
Yeah, but Phelan's not my ear hustler, but yeah.
Yeah. You can see. It's up to you because it's
He turns one way to get the good ear.
yeah. That tracks.
Is it is it
Mhm.
fair to say that Phelan is probably unlikely to go over on so
Yeah.
we're gonna have to find some way for me to facilitate this. Then shall I have a listen?
Oh, he's just listening in just in case.
Yeah.
Mhm.
If it's interesting enough, he might go over.
Yeah. The pair of you can kind of, if you're gonna be approaching around, and you can also roll. I'll let you both roll if you're trying to just listen to what the story
Perception?
is. Mm-hmm.
12.
Okay. Nice. Are you rolling or running?
Let's just continue. That's my little wheel of death.
It's just taking a set. Listen, it's doing its best.
But in the meantime, Phelan will be kind of gathering some food.
Mhm.
And if he does see, like, this is something I know as a player, like a little like donation, like jar, like he, he'll pop in a few like 2 silver.
Yeah. You can go and to so they'll like serve up any kind of thing that you might need. It's one of those things where there's just a big pot with like, you know, it's it's a stew.
He's not picky. Yeah.
Yeah. There's some bread.
Mystery meat stew.
All right. Yeah.
Oh, 11 and 12.
Yep. So, what I will say is that you maybe are just kind of getting the tail end of a story. He is talking about the alienage in Denerim, and when he had passed through there, they have completely locked up the alienage. Can't get in, can't get out. It's like they're holding all of them in there, and that there was riots. So you're getting tail end of a story as he's talking. So you're not necessarily picking up all of the details, but you get the gist of what is kind of doing just by the nature of the end of the story. But he is going to notice the pair of you approaching, is going to kind of look between the two of you and flash a very winning smile. Good day.
Good day to you.
Hi.
Coming to join?
Looks to Aaron.
Give you a little reassuring nod, and then turn back. We'd love to. Thank you.
Excellent.
I must say, I love the cut of this jacket.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's just when you travel around, you know, you can pick up all sorts of things. This is mostly Ravani, this outfit. They really know how to create good threads up there.
Too. Looks very good on you.
Thank you. Might I know your names?
I'm Eranon, and this is my very good friend Phelan.
Nice to meet you.
And you are?
I'm Kian.
Hi, Keen. I couldn't help but hear you were mentioning some trouble at Denerim.
Oh, yes. There's trouble all over. If you have an ear for it.
I have one.
You have one ear for it. Which ear is it?
It's
He
truly
kind of like
amazing.
he like leans in and looks either side of your head.
One is like the ear where it's his hair's pulled back, and the other one's completely covered by hair.
Which one does he indicate?
The one that's his left one that's exposed, yeah.
Oh. Okay. He'll like shift slightly the way that he's sitting, so he's sitting a little closer to that side. There is many troubles on the road. I wonder, are you travelers through here?
Isn't everyone at the moment?
You're not wrong.
But we
No.
are. Sorry.
Came from the south.
Ah, a very deeply troubled place.
Yeah.
Hmm. Is it the troubles that have caused you to travel this way?
Yeah.
Well, not to judge books by their covers, but you don't strike me as the soldier types. So, residents of the South?
Yeah, we came from. And looks to Aaron just for a moment, and like it's like, do I continue?
Yeah, I would give you like a reassuring look. I think Aranan is just at the moment, Phelan's talking and comfortable, so I'm just giving you.
We came from Lothering.
Lothering. Hmm.
I travel
And
around.
while he is still like awkward, he does seem more comfortable here than you've ever seen him.
Yeah. Well.
I don't suggest going there anytime soon.
Oh, no. I quite like being alive, so I think I'll stay away from that trouble.
Yeah.
Is it trouble that is spreading?
Seems like it.
Hmm.
Do you know why they closed the Alienage up in Denerim?
I do.
Just stares.
I suppose you gave me a tale. I can give you one in return. A riot broke out. One of the hoity-toity nobles decided to exercise his power. Led to some deaths. And rightly so, the people were royally fucked off. And tried to get some justice, and things turned very sour, and now they're completely locked in. They're not letting any of them leave. I was going to be staying in Denerim for a time, and decided maybe it would be best if I just kept traveling.
Where have you traveled from?
Oh, all over. I mean, I haven't really stopped traveling, so it's a bit of a loaded question. Seems like you might understand that kind of lifestyle.
I do.
Can you repeat what he said? Sorry.
All over. Yeah, he's done nothing but travel, so it's a loaded question. Prior to that,
I thought that was Phelan in character.
yeah.
No, I mean, I should every time I have this discussion. Like, what?
What? Prior to that, I came via High Everm. Was on a boat. Kirkwall before that. Kirkwall's not my favorite, but it's entertaining.
Okay, this is canal connections here, right? So I'm kind of thinking that in the back of my head.
How's Kirkwall?
It's fine. Okay. It has its usual troubles. There's nothing that was notably off. There are a few other places where I've heard some interesting tales, but happy to share them. Maybe over a drink, and is gonna give Phelan a little smirk.
I don't drink really, so.
Surely you have to hydrate. That would be a bit weird.
A drink would be lovely. I'm sure we can find you something that's not alcoholic, Phelan.
Oh. Okay.
They do a really lovely fruit juice here.
Oh. It's been some time since I had some.
Hmm?
Okay.
Okay. Well, tell me something interesting and I'll give you a story in return.
Yes, a story in exchange for a story. How much do you know of the troubles from the south?
The south? Not so much. I am aware of the conflict, and the great and the good of Ferelden went off to fight for their king, and it didn't go well.
Yeah, that's because half
No.
the great and the good didn't fight for their king.
Oh. Which half?
Under Logan?
Yeah,
Logan?
so I was about to say, I don't know if that's. I don't think I would mind giving that information away. I don't have any
Yeah.
loyalties, really, do I?
That's in
Yeah.
Phelan. That's in character. He's like,
Yeah.
Logan,
Yeah.
Logan. He doesn't know us.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm also, completely happy with it.
Yes, he is quite a character, isn't he?
Mm. I think the rumor is that he left the king to die.
I heard originally that all of the Grey Wardens had perished, but 2 of them survived.
Where did you hear this?
I observed it with my own little eyes.
You saw them?
Mm-hmm.
Where were you? You must have seen Darkspawn then.
No. They've been traveling. And I'll call this story for this one. I was considering giving you guys one of the others because there's a few really juicy things happening in Ferelden right now. But those 2 Grey Wardens, one of them, Elven Mage,
Phelan, like,
and
big eyes.
they're traveling with a Witch of the Wilds.
A Witch of the Wilds.
Yeah, I'd only really heard tales of them, but woof! She was quite the sight.
So, 2 mages.
Yeah.
Interesting.
What's she doing with Grey Wardens? I don't know, but it's really juicy. I hope I survive this. The tales I could tell about this. Oh.
I'll get the drinks. You carry on talking.
Okay.
And Ranan will step up to buy them now.
Okay.
So, got anything interesting to tell me?
Lyrium was overtaken by a horde of darkspawn.
Oh, that's a sad one.
I was there. And, yeah.
Okay.
I've been, traveling north since then. It was, how long has it been? Like, maybe a week?
Yeah,
Or like-
about a week, just under.
About a week ago.
Hmm.
So I don't know if you want to continue your travels in this direction. Might want to head out back north.
I might. Originally, I wanted to go and see what was going on in Redcliffe. There's a lot going on there. Arl Eamon is very sick, apparently, and he might actually die.
Who?
Yeah, leader of human people in that area.
Ah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, I feel you. Don't worry. I understand. Unfortunately, it is my job to understand everything that's going on, including what's going on with the humans, so...
Okay. So... Arl Eamon might die for real. Has he almost died a lot before?
No. This one was just a big one, and some of the people I heard were, like, making a very big deal of it, and then set off on some kind of quest. Heard that juicy gossip from someone. You'll never guess who I met. Are you gonna know about this? Have you heard of Brother Genitivi before?
Have I heard of Brother Genitivi before?
Do you do much reading?
He does. He reads when he can. Yeah. If he
Okay.
is able to, like, get his hands on a book or something.
Then you will have read Brother Genitivi is an extensive author who has written books on many things. A lot of the travels, the people he meets, the towns, the like descriptions of locations, and yeah, he's done a lot for you.
Yeah, I've read a few of his books.
I met
They're,
him. He's at.
I think I return
Yeah.
at this point, hand the drinks out, and I don't think Phelan would have noticed that I was just taking a moment. But I put the drinks down. Just check to see that Phelan hasn't like broken the conversation yet. Settle back down.
You just come into like, yeah, I read a few of his books. I read. Sometimes. That's me. That's out of character.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
the legendary Brother Genitivi's in Denver right now.
Oh, and you
Yeah.
met him. That's really cool, actually.
Yeah. Had a little drink with him, and it's interesting. You meet all sorts of interesting people.
So, is your job just traveling?
Kind of. I'm a bard of sorts. Not the Orlesian kind that pokes holes in people. I mean, I tell stories. I sing. It's great.
Oh. Are you gonna sing here?
I can. Do you want me to?
I like music.
Okay. Considering it done.
Oh. That was easy. Thanks.
Okay. You can consider what we will do as a trade. I will go get some food. I'll be back just he'll set up and like take the drink that you got, Iran, and we'll kind of like wave off to the two of you and wander off to go and speak to the person behind the bar. And they pull out like a separate loaf of bread that seems to be just for him, and a big bowl of stew for him. But as he is up and fetching his food, we A will be flipping to a different scene, and B, after the break. We are going to be taking a 10-minute, everybody, while people are eating and drinking and decompressing about all the information that they just heard, or saw, or stole. Hydrate, stretch leggies, come back in 10, please. We will see you soon, everyone. Wave to the camera. Hi, everybody. I hope you're doing well. We sure are. We weren't getting thirsty over elves. We're back. We've been moving around South Reach. We have been interacting with some people. We have been looking at job boards, stealing something from a job board. Nobody saw, though. No witnesses, no crime. And then finished off with discussion with an elven bard, not the stabby kind. And
it can be.
yeah, well, with the right attitude. Sorry, that completely threw me off. Yes, we were talking to our bard, and we are going to be hopping scenes away from that briefly, as we go back to Beverly. What you doing now?
Well, I have accomplished my first goal,
Yes.
like, pretty quickly.
Yes.
So I think I'm gonna spend the rest of the morning time going around where there are groups of refugees and just, like, chatting with people, seeing if they need anything, and generally just giving them, like, a friendly person to talk to.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm also looking for my parents.
That's fair.
And I'll slip in occasionally, hey, have you seen these two people? They go by these names that I 100% remember. What are my parents'
May and
names?
Ervin. May and Ervin Brewer.
They go by mom
May
and
and
dad.
Irvin.
They're mom and dad.
Um,
Listen, that's
They're
their
just mom and
names.
dad.
Yeah.
I just
Um,
love them as mum and dad.
They
also-
answer to mom and dad.
Fendley, Ciara, and Joseph, the little brother, and his family.
Yeah. Okay. I will say, if you're spending the rest of your time doing this, rather than putting it behind a roll, it's just going to take you up to the point at which you would then have to go and meet your friends. You don't. Nobody has seen Ma and Pa Brewer. there are a few people who either promise that they will keep an eye out, others who recommend that you put something onto the boards. A lot of people are putting missing persons notices up there to get some information, and that perhaps that's an avenue that you could take. And it takes a little while towards the end. On the other side of town, there is like also a set of stables, and then is at the other side, which is, entrance and exits. That's how towns work. Who, when you get there and just start to ask around, have you seen anyone moving through here? Did anyone come and stop off? Is anyone? Because you would know that your family, particularly your brother, and that would have gone with some mode of transport or cart. And they say that they did see Finley Brewer. He's easy to spot. And that he was here fairly recently, before things started to get super crowded. And because it was getting super crowded with people, they decided to move on, and they were going to Denerim. So they left long enough ago that they may have actually arrived in that destination by now, possibly, or at least not far off it. They're hoping that the further north they go, they can kind of escape some of the more troubled denizens who are coming, making space for people who need it more. And that you're directed to either, you know where they are now, so, good. But equally, they kind of direct you to maybe go to a rookery should you wish to, pay to have a message sent ahead to Denerim.
Yeah, I will definitely do that. I sent a message to Bryce, so I'm definitely going to send a message to Fendley.
Yeah. Okay. You can let me know, after the session, or while we're doing a different scene if you want, what you would write in a message. Obviously, it's something that's going to go with a raven, so it's not going to be super, super long. But what you would send ahead to your brother. But you know that him and his wife and their child, your nephew, headed north to Denerim. But it seems that they're alive and they've been seen, so
that's definitely
a relief.
Some relief.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Not all of it, but
no,
a good majority.
Yeah.
I'm choosing to not acknowledge the other part of this.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Because that's the responsible thing to do.
Yeah. Gotta put it in a little box and stick it on a shelf. I have good news to deal with. My brother is alive. Okay. So those two things will have taken you up to the afternoon. I suspect that the other things you might want to accomplish while you're here would be better placed after you've kind of touched base with people, rather than trying to rush it too quickly and, Okay. Very good. We're also coming around to a sort of time where Oriana and Kana, if you feel like there's anything else you would be achieving, let me know. A lot of what you were doing would have taken a decent chunk of time, not the whole afternoon. So is there anything you would want to do prior to the meeting spot, or are you just going to go and try and post up, get a drink?
I think mostly the last thing that at least we had talked about doing was keeping eyes and ears out to see if we see Eddard or anyone from Lothering.
Yes.
Filtering in, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Or Bev's parents, yeah.
Or
Yeah.
Bev's parents, yeah. There's no joy with that, unfortunately. When it seems that you're asking about people that there aren't notices of, once again, you are encouraged by people to take stuff to either create your own or what have you. And I guess there's something to be said about the fact that this town and the people who are here, they're aware that there is a crisis going on, and they're doing all that they can to help the people that are arriving, even if, there's no more, not easy to find beds for people, or resources might get a bit thin if this goes on too long. But what they do have and the help that they can offer is being offered to people. So they're trying their best to help you in whatever way that they feel that they can.
Yeah.
I think kind of just grab a few blank notices to bring to Bev
Yeah.
in the absence of news.
And one for Phelan.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. For Eddard. Okay. All right. We will head back into our little common space for the time being, just as we're kind of rolling in towards where you feel like it's time to go and meet with your friends. As you come back to... Oh,
Sorry.
no, it's fine. As Iranan kind of came back to the table and had the drink, Kian excused himself to go and get himself some food, which leaves the two of you sat now just with your own company. There are people nearby to you, but seeing as yours, what are you doing?
I definitely don't do a, he's hitting on you kind of thing, because that's just not fair on Phelan. But I do kind of like put a hand on Phelan's hand. It's nice, isn't he?
It's nice, yeah.
I was thinking I need to restock herbs and things for the cooking. What say we get some special elvish flavors?
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I might ask these two over here if they can recommend some good markets.
Just looks behind. Okay. Oh. And he'll kind of clock the Vaseline on one of them. Sorry, I realized we saw them, but you haven't described them.
I
Sorry.
sure have not. I'm more than
It's like
happy to
just
do-
looks over. What does he see?
Ah, what do
Ah.
my elven
I
eyes
point
see?
to these two elves.
These
Key
two
description.
specific elves, yeah. So both seem to be young people. One has red hair, slight side shave. There is faint, could be gold, could be kind of almost greenish tint to it. Vaseline on his face, which is the facial tattoos that Dalish elves will often take once they reach their adulthood. And there is another person, seems perhaps non-binary in identity, blonde
I
hair
rock with
that's
it.
sort of, yeah, in a sort of like loose, very messy, but just to like keep it out and off the neck and the face, sort of pleat down the side. And they are talking a little quietly now that like Kian's attention is off of them and like the conversation that they had been having. But you can see the pair of them there.
Phelan will clock the Vaseline on the redhead, and I think Iranan notices that he kind of it's like a second more stares at him longer for a moment.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of just takes in like the bags and everything.
For Iranan, it's all like a potential in to get Phelan to be sociable. So I'm like, you want to come and say hi?
You wanna go, buddy?
You want to come, buddy?
Come on. His I think Iranan starts encouraging him, but he like just nods and just starts like, hello, excuse me.
The redhead will kind of look up at the pair of you and give a little smile. It's not uneasy one, but just looks like somebody who's a little tense.
Yeah.
Hi. Hello.
Hi, I'm sorry. I'm Iranan. This is
This
my
is my
friend Phelan.
child.
This is my child. This is my autistic son.
He wants to make friends.
Do you have a play date?
Yeah.
Oh,
Nice to meet you both.
nice.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Names. I'm Jorah. This is Ash.
Hi, good to meet you. We're just, travelers on the road, and it's good to say hi and make acquaintances.
I was just gonna ask, where you guys were traveling from, and if you had any news to share, or
Oh, we're from here.
oh, they're not the ones with the backpacks.
No, they are. Yes, they are.
Oh, Sorry, I assumed, and he'll point to the backpacks.
Oh, it's okay. Well, we're just thinking of heading out.
Don't go south.
Don't go south.
All right. We were.
Can I tell whether that is exactly where they were thinking of going?
You can roll an empathy roll if you like. It's in perception.
I think I would like to do that. Oh god.
South is a bad idea.
Oh, that was the perception. Sorry, I was waiting for it to come through. Okay. Yeah. You're not sure. We were heading east, I guess.
Oh.
Yeah.
Was it communication?
Yeah, that's an old perception check.
Yeah.
A 9.
Oh, is it?
Right.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
So empathy is in perception. Yeah.
Oh, sorry,
15 you got.
It's a.
No, I didn't. I rolled the wrong one then.
Oh,
I'm running
That's
it
okay. What would you be adding? Because you can keep the dice if you want, and then just other.
Say
11?
a lot less.
Mhm.
11.
Yeah, you're not sure if they were heading south, but do deliver the answer that they were planning to head east, so that may already answer your question.
there's a dark spawn down south.
Yeah, we heard. That's why we're heading out.
You think they're gonna come up to here?
I mean, they might. Don't really want to stick around in case they do. Gonna chance it and head to the forest.
The forest?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a clan in there. We're hoping, given light of things, they might be a bit more accepting.
Have you had any contact with any of them? Or are you just hoping?
Well, a friend of ours tried to head out there about a month or so ago before any of this happened. And they were a little hostile. And unfriendly. But he said he saw that some of them were injured, quite badly so. And I don't know, like, given what's going on, maybe they'll be a bit more inclined to open up to fellow elves, given what's happening.
Do you know the clan's name?
No.
Okay. Question, Emma. What is my last clan's name? Because I was like, you can do it, and then I didn't. I forgot.
It's okay. You can
Let's
go there.
figure it out.
Yours aren't going to be in the Brazilian forest because
No,
yours
yeah.
headed away. Mm-hmm.
They're like near Orlais now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. One second. There. If that doesn't work out for you, there is a clan near Orlais. They're my old clan. They're pretty accepting.
Okay.
If you make it that far.
Yeah. It's a bit of a trek, but we just know we don't want to stay here.
Yeah.
It just seems like if you do, you're sitting ducks, you know.
Yeah. For sure.
I don't mean this to come out the wrong way, but are you worried that the same thing might happen here that's happened in Denerim?
In Denerim?
When this...
Are you meaning Lothering?
No, ignore me.
I think they're mostly worried about Darkspawn rather than the riots.
Oh, yeah.
I would assume
That's
so.
what you meant, Edwin. The riot. Yeah, I don't. I would hope not. We don't have horrible relations with the humans of the city, so it's not. I mean, it's still an alienage, but I don't know what triggered that happening up there, but well, it just doesn't seem safe, and so
Yeah.
we were hoping, and it might not work, but give it a try,
For sure. But like I said, if it doesn't work out, there's here, I'll put it in chat. I just randomized it. The clan, my old clan, their name is Gishorio. They're pretty good. Be accepting. May I ask? Sorry if this is a lot of information to give the stranger. What happened to your old clan? And he'll motion to the redhead with the Valacine.
They don't exist anymore.
I understand.
Yeah. Well, that's the way of it. But I've adapted to city life, so.
Was it hard?
No. I mean, in many ways, yeah, sure. A life that is more nomadic and amongst nature, and it's very different to living in an alienage, but there's still a sense of community and support here, which made it a lot easier. I was fairly young when it happened, so I've had time to adapt.
Well, I'm sorry for what happened. I understand going through that. But thank you for the information. You've been quite nice.
Yeah.
I hope your journey's safe.
I hope so too. Yours as well, wherever the pair of you are going. Where are you going?
Not sure yet. We've kind of just been on the road for a week. We came from Lothering. It was attacked. So
Yeah.
we haven't really had time to think about.
Well, good luck with it.
I will look to them and just to the redhead and just say, "That is Shira. I wish you a safe journey in Elven."
Sure.
And give him a smile and sit back down to where he was before.
I mean, you're all kind of you haven't had to move.
Yeah,
because they were speaking to Kian before you guys came over.
Cool.
Yeah.
So he'll just give him a smile, like turn back to his food.
Yeah. Okay. Aaron, were you wanting to do anything there or say anything?
I might just ask them. I mean, we don't need to kind of play this out because I think the idea is maybe to try and get the group
Yeah.
a bit later on, so they might enjoy a little bit of entertainment and all this bit. So I will just want to ask them if they're from here, where can I pick up some decent herbs and stuff and kind of restock?
Mhm.
But I can kind of just do that as we're on.
They
the
can
way
direct
out.
you, yeah, because they'd answered towards the beginning that they're from their residents
From
up
the-
here.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And then are planning to head into the Brazilian forest. But they will absolutely direct you. They'll say that there's a seller if you just go out and to the right. And that there's somebody there who is selling fresh and dried herbs and spices and things, or at least things that they're able to pick up. There's certainly nothing rare there in terms of like international herbs and spices,
Yeah.
but the things that you can get in the local area that your elves are able to get hold of, absolutely you can get hold of them.
It's to do that, like, you know,
Yeah.
the equivalent of shopping in a supermarket where you don't normally get things that you can.
Yeah. Yeah. The local fair. So you're able to go and get that, and perhaps you can go and just gather up the others to kind of draw them back to where Phelan is. Would you leave Phelan, would you stay here while Irana does that, or would you be going to meet the group?
I think he would stay, because as you can tell by how much he's been talking, he feels comfortable here.
Yeah. Also, we all know in busy places and you've got social leaders and you manage to get a table and chairs, someone has to stay.
Yeah, I'm
to
staying
keep
and
the table
holding
and
down
chairs.
the fort.
Yeah. So that nobody comes to steal your table and chairs. Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's a solid option. Okay.
Puts his backpack in one, the bedroll in the other,
Yeah.
his cloak in another.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So Irana, you're able to go and head to this well, which Beverly indicated, and the four of you are all able to meet around the well, and I will allow you to do.
Oh my god,
Whatever
you'll
you-
never guess what this really cute elf is Phelan.
What? No way.
I actually
Get
would really
it,
like to see
son.
that.
Yeah.
Is Phelan just standing there confused?
No, Phelan's back sitting there,
Oh,
and I
right,
imagine
right,
because
right.
like Keen was just going up to get his food, so Keen absolutely would have come and sat down beside you, Phelan. And
Yeah.
it's just like,
Yeah,
where are you
they're
from
just chill.
originally? Like, yeah, just like
He's like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, I'm actually Dalish. You know?
Yeah, Keen's asking you a lot of questions. But we can come to that once they're back. So yeah, Phelan is back at the place. So you only see Iranan.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Rana, is everything okay? Where's Phelan?
He's okay. He's yeah, he's talking to some friends that we met, and I think maybe we should all perhaps go there this evening for a bit of food and drink. It's nice, it's relaxed. Phelan is, you know, relaxed.
That'll be nice to see.
And it's kind of nice. It's sort of, it's out of the way of normal eyes.
Yeah.
It's great.
Kind of flash Oriana a bit of a look.
Yeah, and not to like just blatantly say it, but just it seems that people who would be interested in Phelan, there's not many here, if you know what I mean. So
I do.
everyone's a little more focused on refugees, thankfully.
And there's an entertainer I wouldn't mind watching. It's always nice to pick up things and learn a trick or two.
And I
How
have,
did you get on?
I'll say we might have plans for later if we need. And she'll flash the bandit job.
Mm-hmm.
Bandits.
Okay.
The thing is, I know y'all wanted to go to Dinnerum, so we might have to deal with this anyway, fortunately.
I didn't know that we'd fully decided on that, but
No, sorry. Yeah, no, I just meant away.
Well,
I mean, as long as I can get to Kirkwall, I don't care what route we take. Seems the simplest.
so about Denerim, there's been riots.
Oh gosh.
Like everywhere in Dinnerum?
Not
Inside the
everywhere.
alienage.
In the alienage.
Oh.
And they've been
Oh.
basically barricaded in lockdown.
Damn.
That's horrible.
Why?
I
That's
look
crazy.
at Kanar because they'll use any excuse, I guess.
Well, yeah. That's fair.
Anyway, maybe it's not such a stable place.
If we do
But-
go there, we'll just make sure Phelan keeps his hood up.
Yeah. Is there another easy way across the river? That's the way I always take.
There are some other coastal towns. They're a little harder to get to. I know a couple. We could try.
I think over dinner we perhaps have a discussion about who needs to get to where, and we'll see if we can work out the best way to accommodate everyone.
Well, I do have a place for us to stay, and I was able to find news on at least my brother and his family that they've gone to Denerim.
Oh.
Um,
That's great
we-
news.
I give your arm a squeeze.
Yeah, we didn't find any other loathing information, but Kanok grabbed you a few of these for the board if you want.
Oh,
Yeah.
thanks. She's just gonna hold it down at her side and not look at it.
I was like,
Oh,
and
deal with my
for the
problem.
record,
No.
Oriana like looks very apologetic. Like,
yeah.
I thought we'd established we weren't doing that today.
Well, if you want help, I don't mind helping.
I'll fill it out. There's something that I need to take care of first. If you guys are going to be going to the Alienage to spend the evening, which I did organize for us to have some like hot meals at the place. It's a very small place, but I think they have enough room for we got 2 rooms. And I got a little token to stable the Jessicas, so
Well, how about we
that's all
just
handled.
go and get a drink, watch a little bit of music, pick Phelan up, and we can come back to have a meal at the place that you've got.
Sounds good to me.
Emma, I have a question.
Yes.
It's going to be dropping information out of character, but how long would it take me to get to the keep?
Not long.
Not that long?
No. It's like here within the town at the top end. So you could deal with that. In a basic sense, you could do it in a few hours, couple hours
Okay.
maybe. In terms of like getting in, dealing with things, and coming away. Depends what you want to do. But it's here.
It does depend.
Yeah.
I'm so tempted to empathy check you so bad right now. I'm just like,
Well,
because
that
like,
does seem like she
it's
is
right-
in thought right now.
yeah.
Yeah. She's got things to deal with. Yeah.
She's trying real hard to do a math in her head.
Oh, then I'm
Math
definitely
lady
empathy
meme?
check. No, I'm kidding.
just, yeah, okay.
Sorry, but
We
this
can
little
go
market
have a
cat's
drink.
really bugging me, so I'm just going to let it have some water from the well.
They seem to be everywhere.
Yeah, aren't they?
Okay. Well, our gathered 4 are able to make their way to the alienage. Aaron is going to be able to show you the way. There's definitely more looks now that it is like 3 humans and a dwarf walk into an alienage. I'm sure there's a joke there.
Is it the same guards, though?
Yeah.
Because I might say, coming to collect our friend.
Yeah, they're not going to block your way. It is the elves as you enter their
Mhm.
alienage that get the looks. As you head in, Phelan. So Kian came back over to like eat beside you, and would be asking little questions, and is going to ask questions about your jewelry.
Oh,
Where did you get it?
well, some of it, the earrings were my mom's, and
Oh.
then, my necklaces my stepfather made, and then, I have a little band that my little sister helped make.
They're great. It's a beautiful color. Suits you.
Thank you.
I like
I have
jewelry.
a color. Oh.
Well, some people, certain colors will match. It's all about, well, it depends on whether your skin is warm or cool. Depends on the color of the hair. You know, certain things just look good together. Or not.
You look good in red.
Thank you. I quite enjoy gold too, and it's going to kind of show off his hand. Like, he's got some bracelets and a few rings, and he's got one of those like bracelets that like has a chain that connects up to a ring, and yeah, it's just like
Gold looks good against your skin.
Thank you. Yeah. Do you think it looks good against yours? And he's gonna like take off the bracelet and like we'll pause to see if it's okay, but like I'm gonna try and put this on you. You okay with that?
Yeah, he'll nod.
So as you all kind of walk in, you can see the aforementioned in very nice fabrics with various bits of jewels, like holding one of Phelan's hand and like putting a bracelet and a ring on and just being like, see, it looks good on you. The gold definitely suits.
Oh. It does look nice. I've never been watched for wearing metals, but...
No. Well, they can be a little hard to come by sometimes, but it's durable. Lasts a long time. Can be worth money, so in a pinch, if you don't have any coin on you but you need something, you can always trade it.
Yeah, my clan used to trade sometimes in metals. I mean, unrefined. It wasn't gold coins or anything, but...
He's just listening to you. Like, just sitting there like, as you all enter. And we'll, like, pause and kind of look up at the gathered crowd now. Ah, you bought friends.
Hi, guys.
Even Oriana kind of leans over to Kana, like, should we actually be here? Like, there's like
why not?
Okay. There's like a little giggle. Just like...
Oh,
I mean, he is the one that's going to be performing, so he won't be there.
Oh.
Forever.
Is that a shame? Like,
Yes.
oh, okay.
This is, he says his name's Kian.
Ian, yeah.
Yeah, this
We
is
all just
Kian.
like,
Hi, hello, it's nice to meet you.
Yeah. Kian, these
Hi.
are my friends. Met Aranan. That's Oriana, Kana, and Beverly. We've been traveling together.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
I hope we're not interrupting anything.
Not at all. We're just bonding over jewelry. Come join, and you'll shift his feet a little.
Can I, like, try and suss out whether we are not, like, this guy doesn't want us here right now?
Because I'm like, should we
getting
grab a
vibes.
table next here?
Kana sits right down.
Roll a perception empathy if you want to get a read on
Yeah.
him.
Can anyone do that?
Yes, absolutely.
I think. I just think Aranan just does.
That's fine, because Irana knows that he likely has a lot of information that would be useful and
Mhm.
interesting, so you know. So Oriana, I mean, there's you're getting a vibe. Whether it's you're welcome or not is a little hard to read. Beverly, it seems that he doesn't mind you all joining because you get the impression whether you're there or not is not going to shift how he's going to behave.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And he's now quite comfortably sitting right next to Phelan. So,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna sit across so that I can look at Phelan. I want to watch this.
Phelan, at that moment's gonna be like, "Oh, here you go," and he'll take off the ring with the chain and do the same motions, like, "Oh, is it okay if I touch your hand?"
Of course.
And then just put it back on him.
Bev's just looking at Kana like,
You have some calluses on your hand. Do you do like manual labor?
Yeah, I was a farmhand in Leathering.
Farmhand. That is not what I would have guessed. Okay. Was it fun?
It's a lot of work. I mean, I'm good with props.
So everyone.
He's good with crops. Nailing it.
So he looks very confused at the moment.
Mm-hmm. Well, have you all
Hey.
come from the same place?
From Lothering, yes, I'm originally from there.
Mm. It's a quaint little town. I've only really been through it once or twice. Usually I just pass through.
It was.
Yeah. Not a Mr. Chance.
Beverly just somehow spawns a drink and just
It is true Dragon Age graphics where the cup just appears out of nowhere and doesn't quite hit your lips.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Very good. Well, now that we have additional company, I was trading stories for stories. If any of you all have things you'd like to fill me in on.
Are we on
I've
a,
heard about
like,
Lothering.
Is this like a picnic bench table type?
It's like a
thingy with-
it's you know what like hipster bars are trying to do now where they've got like this slightly distressed wood and you're sitting on something that could have been pallets but now it's been turned into a chair and the tables are a little off and it's it's going for a rustic aesthetic.
Okay. But are they individual chairs or is it like? are they
Yes, individual
benches?
chairs,
Oh, okay.
and a little short table in between it all. The chairs are all slightly mismatched. There's probably one that's a little closer to a bench, like love seat style size bench. But it's a mishmash.
Because I feel like because I've traded my story and this is like their turn now,
Mhm.
so I might sort of just straddle the bench slightly behind Kanar and just be like undoing a braid and redoing it and just sort of
Mhm.
sitting in the background letting them.
Arana, you and I are fighting for the furthest seat. I'm just gonna let you know. Oriana's just like,
You're like elbowing each other.
Yeah.
Just like-
Now I've heard all about Lothering. Phelan here, my new friend, told me all about Lothering, so
Oh well, if he's already told you about Lothering, I was afraid it's a very small town. There's not a lot going on.
there must be something
Hmm.
interesting. I like facts. They don't have to be news.
We did fight some darkspawn on the road.
Oh,
are
you see
9
his
species
eyes
of them.
just light up like sparkles.
Phelan just wide-eyed. Just
You... How did that go? I mean, obviously, clearly, we're all still here and have our limbs.
Mm-hmm.
That's
mhm.
great.
Yeah.
That's great.
Bev was able to take care of one, which looks, very good job, Bev. I got to.
I had training from my brother, so even though I don't fight with swords, I've got it drilled into me because God, he wouldn't spar with anyone else.
And you got two.
Yeah, I'm just badass. I don't need no
Some-
training.
People are just built different, so
It's true.
Yeah, well, that number's gonna change. Just wait. Just wait.
Yeah, you
Okay,
can try to
okay,
catch up.
That's interesting. So they just were felled like any other foe?
They were different. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen one up close before. This is the first time that I had.
Hmm.
But I know there was like something about their blood possibly like poisoning us, making us sick. So we tried to not do that.
They were
Sounds-
using weapons and armor.
Oh. Yeah, I've seen a weapon of theirs before. Not
Yeah.
while one was carrying it. I don't think that would end well. But it was
Still have all that goop on it and stuff.
it did look a bit icky. Yeah.
Goopy.
Like it
Yeah.
didn't smell good.
No, they smelled so bad.
Yeah.
Like I
Okay,
feel like we
see
should
that.
probably like smell them before you actually see them.
Well, that's probably why the
Quick
Mabari are
glance
so
at
good
Oriana.
Yeah.
I was gonna say you definitely see some eyes shifted like
Uh, I imagine that's why the Mabari are particularly good in that instance.
Oh, right. Hi, hello, this is Whiskey.
I was here.
I forget to introduce him because I feel like, he's his own person sometimes.
Should be introducing himself, really. It's
He
disappointing.
should.
It's disappointing,
Um,
Whiskey. And you, Whiskey, actually, like, makes a noise.
I reach over and adjust his funky little hat and I go, it's okay, boy.
I like his hat.
Oh,
This is
isn't it
also
precious?
whiskey. If you want
Yeah.
some.
Oh, always.
Oh,
Is gonna like undo one of the many like sashes and belts that he has and just takes out this strip of really quite beautiful fabric. It's like a velvet, again with the little tassels on it, and just sort of like puts it around Whiskey and ties it in this elaborate bow. And just be like,
Aw.
no,
Everyone is dressing
It
up my
suits-
dog, and I can't
it-
say that I'm mad at it.
he suits it. Look how dapper he looks.
He does look really nice.
He's handsome.
Ruffle Whiskey's
Handsomest
head
man
on.
around.
You can't be prettier than me, Whiskey.
Oh, he's trying.
Now, I did say trade for trade, so let's see. I have already informed your friends here. I don't know if they've passed it on yet. 2 Grey Wardens still alive. Do you see? Traveling with an Elven mage.
Does that
Grey
do it?
Warden is an Elven mage. It's great. Just love to see it. With a Witch of the Wilds, with her.
I think unconsciously Bev looks at Aranan, knowing that that's like a chastened story.
The chastened, yeah. It's
Aranan
like
flicks
a,
her eyes away from you.
yeah. So there's that. R. Lehman, really sick, probably deathbed. I wanted to get to Redcliffe, that's where I was originally going, but I feel like that'd be a bad idea now. Brother Genetivi's in Denerim. Got to speak to him, got to have a drink. It's great.
She got
Complimented my
on the
singing.
TV.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think
You even see where I got like.
Switch to Wilds.
It was great. I
I've
mean, he's
seen
heard
still
the
there.
name, but I haven't read any of his things. Is that?
I've heard a few of his books. They're quite nice.
They're really good. You should read them.
I also know who that is.
Well, he apparently, and I know that they like to cover it up, but apparently, you know the Randy Derringer books? Anyone here? No. And he looks around like, you know when you drop something that's like the smutty books that everyone reads, and he's trying to look for recognition in it.
Yeah, or Oriana
Feylen's just got a
Oh.
nod.
Would
Oh.
Bev read
covers her
smutty
mouth
books?
like.
Aranan definitely
see.
knows them.
I feel like
I've
Bev
heard of
would
those.
react to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently, he's the one that writes.
Bev and I probably lent each other copies.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's like a
So-
knowing look between us three. Like,
I mean,
Bev
turns
holds on
out
to Kana's copy so that Rainy doesn't get
Book
into
club.
it.
yeah.
it's the repressed chantry brother, writing this. It's so good.
That
I love it.
explains a lot.
I've heard
Uh,
about them, but I don't
it's
think I've ever
amazing.
actually read them.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna give you that one for free. So let's see. Kinloch Hold, the circle, where they're keeping the mages of Ferelden. Apparently, it's closed up its doors as well. Some kind of crisis going on. I haven't figured out that either, but I know that it is
Oh.
a thing. Yeah, a friend of mine likes to go in and trade sometimes. They have a couple people down at the ground level when you first go over. You can trade a little bit and then come away again. You don't get into the circle proper, but yeah, closed doors, crisis.
Okay.
Like a separate, different crisis?
To Elves rioting, yes, it's different.
So there's 3 crises. Good.
Yeah, there's elves riding in Denerim, and Denerim locked them in.
Because a human noble decided to do what human nobles do best.
They've completely blocked them into the alienage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody out, nobody in.
Maker.
Nobility.
So, a part
That's the
of me
real
does.
blight.
Yeah, that's where I just came from. Decided to avoid that because I don't really want to get involved in that. Thought, let's go to Redcliffe, find out what's going on there, discover there's an awful lot happening further down the road. So, not sure what to do with my time.
Yeah, it's not really a story, but we saw something on the board about bandits on the way to the east and north, so
I did come across.
Just
those
be careful.
bandits.
Phelan's
Encountered
gonna
You came across them?
Yeah, I have my way around bandits like that.
Phelan's gonna like look over to like the two other elves that were talking, says bandits to the east, and then just go back into
You just see thumbs up.
yeah.
I think with that comment, Oriana definitely does another like what are there weapons? Like what?
You can't see any weapons on him.
Okay.
Nothing obvious.
Do you just flirt with them, or
Yeah.
It's,
Flirt your
it
way out of
works.
situation.
Does it work?
it's a tried and tested method.
Yeah.
Bev
If
is
you got
very
it-
interested.
Yeah. Listen, if you've got it, it works very well.
fair enough.
Good to know.
I don't.
And
Yeah.
even if you don't, but they want it, it tends to work quite well.
Stigmatize them, and then you just get to creep away in night. It's great.
What was that phrase you just said? Can you repeat
Stigmatize.
that? I didn't quite.
Dignitized.
I said stigmatize.
Right, okay, so my ears weren't playing tricks on me this time.
No.
I wish Oriana had like a sus button. Just like
At the word stigmatized, Phelan's just like, what?
Distract people. Yeah.
Which one? Which one of the 9 ones?
Yeah. It's some of us like to use our words and charm to get out of tricky situations.
Words can be just as useful as weapons sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
It's very
But-
resourceful.
Yeah. It doesn't always work, so you also have to have, a little shanker tucked away if you need to,
Remove some parts.
I thought the little shank was for the dickmatizing.
It's not so little.
I've never met you before, so I don't know.
Oriana just leaves. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Just stands up and leaves.
I'm done.
Well,
Phelan's just like he understands to a point where he's like, I don't know what to do right now.
well, you guys are very charming. This has been great.
Thank you. I think so too.
Base a career on it, so thank you.
You're a credit to your profession.
Very kind.
Well. Oh, I promised a song, didn't I? Got
You
any
did.
requests?
Yeah, I have a request. I sort of hold up my Boran style drum. Do you mind if I accompany you?
Accompaniment, absolutely. Okay, I can do that. A mood for a song. What kind of song are we
Randy.
feeling? A Randy song. Well,
Something happened.
something happy. Happy and Randy, or
I don't know
One
what
after
Randy
the other?
means. Me as a person, not even
Just
as a
happy is
character.
fine.
horny?
No.
Thirsty.
Horny is fine.
Yeah, I look
Um,
at Phelan and I was like, let's keep it PG.
Yeah, I'll do.
Yeah.
I am
a
an adult.
happy-
Thank you very much.
Well,
You don't know if I've had
Kinda.
sex or not.
Yeah, we do.
Well,
I didn't really mean it that way.
No, I'm sorry.
You don't know what I've been through or what's been through me.
Oriana definitely leaves. No, I'm just
yeah, yeah,
No, that's not Phelan. That's
yeah.
So does Sakaya.
Yeah. I will do a happy song. Let's cheer some people up. I feel like we need it.
You know anything in Elvish?
I know several things in Elvish.
Can I request that it's in Elvish?
Yes. I will
Thank
grant
you.
any request you make, little one. And we'll get up and go towards where it's not really a stage.
And I
but
just
it's
looks at Bev.
Yeah, Bev was like elbowing cannot like
I think I get up because I'm going to go and perform as well, and I just lean to the two of you and just like, behave.
Never.
I will behave as I always do.
Mm-hmm.
Bev will keep me in check.
So he'll get ready for performance. Will ask if you like maybe list a couple songs. You probably do know this sort of nature, just the vibe. He will basically like clap out a little tempo for you so that you're aware of what to do with your
It's
drum.
like that scene in Back to the Future where they explain to Marty how to play the. This is a blues riff in. It's like, okay, right.
Yeah. Exactly. This is the pace. This is the rhythm we're going for. And he will perform with you accompanying. He is very good. It's almost as if this is his actual profession. And we'll sing a few. They are definitely happy. Keeps them in Elven. At one point, we'll bring out a tune that seems the locals really know very well, and there's a few people who are now starting to stream in that we're getting into the more, like afternoon times. The place is starting to fill up a little, and they start singing along. And it's just nice, I think, even for those of you who are watching, especially for those of you who are watching. It's like a little moment of normal.
You would
And
see
very-
Feylen kind of lay on the table and just watch, and I think for the first time since we've left, there's just a genuine smile on his face.
Mm. Mhm.
He just enjoys it quietly.
We're
The rest
letting
of-
our boy have enrichment.
Yeah.
Enrichment time.
And Aaron, you're able to perform as well. He may even like start to dance around you and encourage you to start dancing as well. So the two of you just seem to like, because listen, when you're just natural performers, the way that the two of you are, you know what the vibes are and can meet each other's vibes and just generally perform.
Yeah, this is
On
all
the
about
stage.
chemistry for Iran, and it always is. But
Mhm.
this is like his gig,
Yeah.
so she knows how to kind of be the accompaniment. But it is, yeah, I'll be kind of like close to him and
Mhm.
around him, and
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. All right. So, that will come to pass. Eventually, the pair of you can go and rejoin the group. He is desperate to know what you all thought. Seems to mostly be wanting to know what Valen thought.
like needy
Yeah.
parts.
Mm-hmm.
It was really great. Thank you. I think I needed that.
Mm-hmm. Well, anytime you should need of it, you only have to ask.
Thank you.
But you're able to enjoy your time. Beverly, you know that you have a thing to do.
Yes.
How are you going to
It's the nail check for me. It's like
Finger tappies.
how are
I'm
you going to
planning
approach that?
on leaning over to Kana. And I'm going to give you the directions to the place that sorry, Whiskey's getting excited in the background. I
Whiskey,
calm
come
down.
here, let Beth have her
please.
scene.
Song's
Come
over,
here.
Whiskey.
Good boy.
I'm going to give you the directions to the place that I organize and give you Shannon's name and say that you're with me to get the room, because I'm going to take a trip to the keep real quick. And I'm telling you this, I would go just on my own, but for safety reasons, because we were trying to keep contact with everyone, I'm letting you know.
Okay. I'm glad. What?
I don't think I'm
why
going to
go
be in
the
any
keep?
danger, but there's just a lot of stuff happening in the city.
Why are you going though?
I need to meet with someone that I haven't seen in a long time.
Is this about the thing that you never want to talk about?
Yes,
It is.
it is. It is the thing that I don't like talking about.
Oh, but I want to know so bad. Are you sure I have to go with everybody else?
I
No, you
don't
trust me.
want
No.
to overwhelm them.
Okay, sure. That's fair. Okay.
I would love to share it with you all. I would. I really would, but I don't know if.
I accept this responsibility. I will take care of the rest of the group. You be freaking careful. All right. And I don't know. Tell me what happened. No, you don't have to do whatever you want.
I'll let you know. I'll be bringing whiskey with me, so.
Yeah. Hey, Whiskey. You watch over her like you always do, okay?
Like
What
the
a
whole body
good
starts moving.
boy. All right.
He does look very dapper. He's keeping the scarf. Ian
How
doesn't
many?
seem to
Let's see.
mind.
How many clothes can we collect for my
Yeah.
dog?
Yeah. Okay. So, the rest of you are enjoying the company of your new little friend.
Mhm.
Beverly will excuse herself. You guys, Kana has the location now for you to go and have your meal. Do you guys just want to peel off together to do that?
I think after a while, because Phelan will kind of would talk to Kian a little bit
Mhm.
more. You can tell that he's more open, like he's turned to him, he's talking more. But if everybody else starts getting up to leave, he'll get up to leave.
All right. It was really nice to meet you all.
It was really
Sorry
nice
to see you
meet
go.
too.
Oh, thank you.
We might be here for a few days.
Hmm.
Are you leaving soon?
No, not anytime soon. I'm gonna wait for a little bit until inspiration strikes and I decide what I'm gonna do with my time because everywhere's kind of awful right now.
Yeah. I'll stop by tomorrow.
In case that doesn't happen, and he's gonna take off one of the rings from his pinky and hand it over to you. Because you suit gold so much, you can have that one.
Are you sure? I mean, it looks.
I have so many.
Thank you.
Please take it.
This is just what I'm adding to Elven culture. So to Dalish culture at least. So he'll put it on and he'll take his hand and kind of like press it to his forehead and say thank you.
You're very welcome.
Rada looks at Kanar.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get another drink.
I've got a bottle.
But if you guys are excusing yourselves, you're free to go to the other location. Beverly.
Kate posted just as you said, Beverly.
For those that can't see because of the nameplate, this is what our GM is doing. Just
Let's all go to the keep. You and Whiskey. So, you have been here before.
And whiskey going to keep.
The-
Sorry.
Drying. So, how do you approach this? Is this something where you would have to announce yourself? Do you have to request to see anyone?
Probably because it is the keep. There would be not all of like the guards that are stationed there would know Beverly, especially since it's been a little while since she's been there. But yeah, I think there would be at least like half of them that know who she is and would let her pass. But she does kind of have to get permission, I imagine, to go and see who she wants to see.
Yeah.
Which I don't know which, because there's two.
There is.
I will let you decide who shows up first, because if I say anything, it's going to give it away.
Well, I think, there's been a lot of turmoil, and you knew that one of them wouldn't have been here for a while. And perhaps, I think it's good practice for you and something that has been encouraged of you is to seek one first to get permission to see the other. Not that you necessarily need permission, but like you kind of do as well.
Seeing everyone yell while muted is so funny.
So you are brought to a side room. You are informed that the Arl is here. You're left in this room. This isn't the first time. It's probably a room like this one specifically you get brought to a lot, so it probably carries some emotions.
This is Ben's room.
This is the room they fit. Yeah. And eventually, after a little bit, walking into the room is a tall man in his mid to late 50s. Still has blonde in his hair, long to the shoulders. It's braided and pulled back in parts, as is common for him. And he's wearing casual clothing, but you will note as he walks in that he has an arm still in a sling, and seems to be bandaged in places. It looks like he is perhaps still recovering. And you did hear word, as many people did, that he was off, took his men south to fight for the king. And he'll just walk in and give you a bit of a look for a moment. A few emotions pass over his face, and it's like he's trying to decide what is proper. Beverly?
Leonis?
What are you doing here? No. You go.
Can I hug you?
You can try. I'm afraid I'm a bit injured.
I don't want to hurt you.
No, it's fine. You let's he'll like lift up the sling arm. Maybe just this one.
Okay.
And he'll
She'll
like
go in and give him a hug.
You can
I'm
like
so
go into the
glad you're
side.
Okay.
And he'll like he hesitates over some words at first and then just pulls you a little bit closer and just sort of like buries his face in at your shoulder. I am glad you're okay too. I've heard word about Lothering, and I am so sorry, Beverly.
I think subconsciously she just squeezes a little bit tighter.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
No, it's a couple of ribs are not quite where they should be.
Oh, okay. She immediately like loosens her.
No. But he doesn't loosen his arm, so you know, it's fine.
You know me. I've never been very good at being gentle. When I heard about Ostagar, I was really concerned.
It was concerning to be there. I have struggled to sleep since the things that we saw there.
We saw some darkspawn attacking Lothering and a little bit on the road too. I can only imagine.
Did you get hurt at all?
I'm fine. It's okay. We all made it out okay. Well, those I was traveling with. I still don't know where my parents are, but I at least located Fenley.
Oh. Okay. Is there anything I can do for your parents?
I think she still has like the papers kind of like either like not wadded up but like rolled and like in a pocket somewhere. I've got some papers to put for some persons.
No. I can send people to do this.
I would love the help, but I really don't want any special treatment. Nobody out there is getting...
I am merely exercising my right as Arl of this land to look after its citizens. Please, let me help you. There are too many people that I couldn't and cannot help. Let me do what I can.
Okay. Thank you.
Of course. I'm so glad you're okay.
I think at this point, Bev will kind of like take a step back a little bit so she can look at him when she's talking.
I can set a room up for you here. Where are you staying?
We've got, we have a room already. Luckily able to find place. So that's okay.
Okay.
I just wanted to check on you and Aiden.
Yes. Do you... I should bring you to him.
Is everything okay?
He's fine.
Okay.
He's, things have been quite insufferable with that daughter of mine, so,
Hebron's...
a lot.
Yeah, that's... I will let you say it.
I am surprised I have an Arling left. The amount of money that she spends is obscene.
She was raised in some sort of luxury.
Too much luxury. There is such a thing as too much luxury, Beverly.
Yeah. I wouldn't know, but hey.
No, well. It's not good for her character. She's spoiled. I try not to, but she puts on the waterworks and that mother, you know, like, I don't know what to do about that.
I think you're doing fine. It's
You're
not
very
easy,
generous.
I
You're
can imagine.
generous. Okay, let's take you to see him and... Okay. Yes, and then we will deal with searching for your parents as well. Okay. And you see him like roll his shoulders, and you've seen him do this before. It's essentially like when a person masks, you know, when you see that shift, that code switching in a person.
He's putting the Arl on.
Puts the Arl, he puts on the, you know, I rule lands in Ferelden, and you know that for him, in many ways with the people around him, he has to try that little bit extra hard to prove himself as a leader because he is half Orlesian and he sounds it. Like it comes off a little and is not that I'm doing excellent with the accent, but you know, like occasionally he's very obviously not just Ferelden. And even fighting in the Ferelden Rebellion and being, you know, a big hitter in that. He has to put the mask on. Okay, let's go. And he will lead you to an area of this keep which is familiar to you. It is not up where him and his daughter lives. It's not where the family of the keep are necessarily, but it is where where you would keep wards. And he goes and opens up a door, and we see a 10-year-old boy. Would you like to describe him for us, Beverly?
Aiden is about 10 years old. He is he's a cute kid. Definitely has the brown hair from his mom. It's kind of like a mop on his head at this point. but he's got big brown eyes and probably like a bit of a round face as well. But
He's been well fed.
yeah, but a bit more of like a prominent nose from his father.
From his father, yeah. And he'll kind of step to the side and look between the two of you, and you see him like look behind him slightly and close the door. He has always honored to give you the privacy that you need. And you see Aiden looking up at you, a little hesitant in his face. Hello.
Hey. It's been a while since I visited.
2 years.
I'm sorry. I should be better at this by now, but it shouldn't take some catastrophe for me to come check on you, make sure that you're okay.
Were you down near where they were fighting?
Not the same place, but nearby. Yes. I'll move over and sit nearby him, not like next to him. Leave some space, but nearby.
And he looks up at Leonis, and then to you, and then back to Leonis. Leonis is like, I'm glad you're okay.
I'm glad that I'm okay too, but I'm mostly glad that you're okay. I'm glad that I got to come here and see that you're doing all right, and you are doing all right, right? Is Heaven being nice?
No. She's mean.
What is she doing that's upsetting you?
She teases me.
What about?
And he kind of looks at Leonis and then gets very awkward. And this is like, I am going to leave the two of you. Yep, that's what I'm going to do.
Thank you.
Good. I won't be far if you need me. And he'll head out and close the door behind you. She says I have dirty blood.
You do not have dirty blood. Come here. And Bev will hold out her arms to give him a hug.
He
Just
like hesitates at first because it's still like the past years, the jump of like maturity and experience and emotion from 8 to 10 is a pretty big one. But after a moment, we'll come in again, hesitant with the hug at first, but then we'll just fully move in to get a big hug from you.
Yeah, Bev isn't going to force it. She's going to wait for him to relax into her, and then we'll just kind of like hold his head to her chest. Just be like, you do not have dirty blood. Do not let her tell you that. You are just as Ferelden as she is.
I'm
probably even more so.
Yeah. I just tell her she's got dirty mouth.
That is a good comeback. I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
I know it's not easy standing up for yourself, but I'm proud of you for doing it.
Are you going to be here for good now?
Maybe. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff I still need to figure out. I need to find my mom and dad.
You think they're okay?
I think they are. There's lots of us that got out, but, you know, it's just a lot of chaos right now. It's hard to find each other.
You'll help. He'll help. Dad will help.
He will. I don't think he'll take no for an answer.
Yeah. I don't know. He takes no as an answer all the time from Happerin.
We all have our faults.
Yeah. She just makes him feel guilty. She's really mean. I did manage to put some dog fur in her soup one day, though, and it felt funny because she ate it all, and
I think Bev is like genuinely laughing at that.
it made me feel a little better.
I feel like as a mother I should be telling you not to do these things, but I want you to do what makes you happy.
She ended up coughing for like a full 10 minutes because she had one stuck in her throat. And like her eye makeup started to run because of it. It was very good.
Oh, goodness.
She deserves it.
I'm not going to say that she doesn't. But hey. You're a good kid. Better than a lot of lordlings' kids that are raised, you know, silver spoon in their mouth.
Yeah. Are you going to be going somewhere safe now?
I don't know where I'm going, but I don't plan on going anywhere that's not safe.
Okay.
I've got some friends that I'm traveling with, and we're all trying to decide what to do, where to go. But I will let you know if I do decide that we are going somewhere, and I promise it will not be another 2 years before I come see you again.
He looks down and looks a bit sad, and you can tell that he's like trying really hard not to start crying, so like is hiding his face from you.
It's okay. You're allowed to cry. I didn't do a very good job, so. You deserve to feel that.
I made him promise to, and he came back, so maybe this will work.
It's a magic promise, and she'll give a kiss to her fist.
Maybe eventually. Do you think I'd be allowed to meet your friends?
I would love if you would meet my friends. It's a little bit late now, but what do you say tomorrow? Do you like that?
Yeah. He's been trying really hard to like do things to make us happy since he came back, so maybe he will say yes.
I would like your father to meet my friends as well, so maybe we can make a day of it.
I'd like that.
Oh, I'm not going to keep you up too late. I am still your mother. You do need to go to sleep before it.
Yeah. Okay. I will see you tomorrow then.
I will see you tomorrow.
Okay.
And, is Whiskey here with us, by the way? I'll call Whiskey over to
Yeah.
finally jump on the kid.
Yeah, they have a Whiskey has been doing real well and behaved and refined. He has a new scarf now, so very much acting refined. But you're able to give them a little moment to enjoy each other's company before eventually Leonis will come in and encourage you to head out. Went well?
I think about as well as it could have.
Okay, good. That's good.
I told him that we would have an outing tomorrow. He wanted to meet my traveling companions, my friends.
Oh, okay. And you're okay with that?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
They're good people.
Okay. I can facilitate that. Do you want me to have him dropped off somewhere? Do you need to?
Did you want to join?
Ooh, that. Yeah. Are you okay with that? Is that?
I think I'm okay with it. I thought about it a lot on the way here.
Oh. Okay. Well,
Going
then.
through what we did, I think it puts a lot of things in perspective.
Yeah, I can organize for us to have some time to meet with some denizens of the Southreach Arling and hear about what's been going on.
I'm getting a message in my head from Feylen.
Yeah. Well, I have a good evening, Beverly.
I think she'll stand up on her like tiptoes and kiss him like on the corner of the mouth.
Yeah. He definitely like leans into it a little bit, but it's like he's giving you the room to do things on your terms in that regard. But we'll definitely smile afterwards.
Have a good night.
You too.
See you tomorrow.
Yeah. He does that thing as you're walking away where he just eventually just turns on his heels. Just walks off to go have a word with himself.
Yes, still love her.
On that note, and bombshell, everyone, we went over time, but I think we can all agree it was worth it. We are done for the evening. Thank you very much for sticking with us. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. I love these guys so much. We will be back next week for episode 6 to see what the group make of all of these things happening. I'm sure everything will be totally calm and normal. We're going to do our outros and let you know who we are, who we've been playing, or where you can find us. I will start off with myself. I am Emmer Honolulu on the internet. This is like my last game of a 3 game block. Starts again on Sunday, where you can see me over at Girls from These Worlds, where I'm running All Templars Are Bastards. We only have 2 episodes left. This weekend is definitely the ass kicking being delivered to the Templars, and the group are all very emotional about the fact that it's nearly over. Mondays you can see myself and some others who are here in chat, in the game even, not in chat. One person is in chat though. Hey Kate. Where you will see us playing Ariga Stars, where it's been very gay. It was so emotional last time, guys, really emotional. But it's a magic girl, high fantasy, and really awesome game, so do join us over there, Girls in These Worlds. And then on Tuesday you'll see us back here. Also, if you haven't already, we have a podcast that several of us are involved in. It is a folk horror game. Sorry, my cat is trying to steal my mouse from under my desk. It's really distracting. I just saw it slowly sliding over my table. It is a folk horror game set in 70s Northern Wales. It is great. Sakai here is our GM, and it's just wonderful. So if you haven't and you like podcasts, please do check that out as well. It is the other flagship of this delightful project here, The Transmissions. Now, everybody, who are you? Who have you been playing? Where can we find you? Yes.
Hey, I'm Emily. I have a southern accent stuck in my throat. I've been playing Kana, the totally normal and fine and good blacksmith. Yeah, I do this. I'm also in that lovely podcast called Black Teeth that Hamalu mentioned, where I play a different kind of silly lass, of also hairy, but in the werewolf variety of hairy. And yeah, that's me.
Hi everyone, my name's Satan, or Alice the Vampire on the interwebs. I decided to play Phelan, our much more comfortable Thalish elf mage. It's been quite an awesome episode. You can find me here every Tuesday with this group for as long as they'll have me. I'm not really doing much other than that. That's me. I made that. I made this art over here, and then over there, and over there, and over
All of it.
all of it.
All of it.
That's it. I'm not taking commissions at the
All
moment
over
because I am
there.
working a lot, but like I just want to point out that I was able to draw these beautiful, beautiful characters. That was it. Bye.
Hi, I'm Jill, also known as Ghosty JK. I have been playing a Beverly, everyone's favorite wine aunt, and now apparently mom. Yeah, everything that I'm in has been mentioned already. I'm on Girls Run These Worlds, Auriga Stars on Mondays. Here on Tuesdays, you can both see and hear me on Dragon Age Blood and Lyrium, as well as Black Teeth, our podcast that you can listen to wherever your podcasts are available.
Hello, everyone. I am Torin, or Torin Talks Creativity on the internet. I have been playing Oriana, the pill bug of the group. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. She's great. She's fine. It's fine. As far as projects, I'm in a number of them, which I'm very, very excited to be a part of them, and very excited to be asked to be a part of them. I think the only one that has been mentioned outside of All Templars are Bastards, Fate, and this one. This coming Friday on Girls Run These Worlds is our finale of Erevan, Numenera Erevan. It's been emotional and a half. Really lovely roller coaster. And I honestly just kind of refuse to believe it's going to end. Also, All Templars and Bastards not going to end. It's fine. It's just going to perpetually go on forever. Thanks, second. That's my thing.
Hello, I am Sakaya, and I have been playing Iranon, who has been happy and relaxed, which is lovely. You can see me on various things that have been mentioned. On tomorrow, I will be participating in a Blood on the Clock Tower with RP Geeks. It's usually the first Monday of every month, but because of the bank holiday, it's going to be Wednesday. That's always great fun. You get to sit around and lie to all your friends, which is nice. Then on the 22nd of the month, if any of you watched the Vazen during Women in Gaming Month over on Horde of Tales, it was never concluded. There is now a concluding second part, so tune into that if you can. And then the very next day I shall be in a Thirsty Sword Lesbians, also on Horde of Tales, run by the wonderful Liv Kennedy. So yeah, see you all there.
Lovely stuff. Please do check out all these projects. We are going to be raiding today. How exciting. We're going to be going over to Chaotic Wholesome, who have a talk show. So please do stick around and chat and give them some love when we get there. Spread a little joy and do all that raidy goodness. Other than that, we will see you here next week, everyone. Take care of yourselves.